wondering what exactly is on the docket here for today, let's take a look back at the schedule so you know where we are so far in our competition. Now, we started off the day with groups A and B battling it out. Nice.
Yo, we are live, for real, for real. Okay, I think it's time we start the stream. Like, for real. Yo.
For them on their World's Edge games. And
yo guys, did I miss something? I think I missed the first part.
Whether it meant leaving early and approaching from their strong side of the map, or rotating
I forgot my
further away
buttons.
onto the slow side of the zone in order to make that work. When we came over to Storm Point, it was a very similar story where we saw them interacting with the map in such a way that they would very quickly find themselves in a position where they could then retain high ground for the next couple of minutes and really stay.
Who won? TSM won?
Yeah, definitely looking strong to start off the day here for sure, but now we're moving into groups C and D, and obviously all of these squads want to be the ones to be going home with that trophy. So let's take a look at what Group C has to offer.
Is going crazy this game here.
They fly in. The Dojo, they came out swinging.
Yo, Dreamfire on first place.
On the score, make it 2 on that slot. Only 1 left out of these, and Gambare Otosan.
They put Alliance once again.
And here, Monsoon finishes off.
She goes to arrive. It's a trade on the roses. Here comes Zero. The captain.
Yo guys, did you hear that Effect won't play? He had some visa problems. That's a shame.
Lots of really good choices here, but after looking at Group C, I have to ask you which team you're going to be keeping your eyes on.
What, as if Dark Zero ending that wasn't good enough? Alliance in this group phase? But no, it's actually going to be someone completely different that has been making waves. My team to watch is going to be the Dojo, the roster of It's Timmy, Designful, and Enemy. And here's why. This is your team that came first in the ALGS Last Chance Qualifier for North American region. And Timmy, very much like
okay, so Dreamfire on first place. TSM on second. Dude, the guys from Rimfire are killing it. Maybe they win ALGS, who knows?
What I want to see for this squad is that they make it on final Sunday. I know they can do it, but here's the deal. Timmy has to have confidence, and his teammates need to trust in the Timmy's calls. And I think that if they can have the trust in Timmy to make the right decisions, and hey, sometimes things go wrong and that's okay, but you trust Timmy, we see you at the top.
I've even talked to the Dojo, and I'm sure you've heard this from them as well, but they're very aware that the way that they got here was a bloodbath. They are a very kill-heavy team, and they have this awareness that in order to do that on the World's Championship stage, you need to believe that you can take on some of the best players across the globe. And that's a difficult mentality to maintain.
Yo, thank you, Andrew. Do you submit your videos? I don't think I've seen a video from you, a clip from you.
See how they do. It's definitely going to be an exciting series, but we still have 10 other teams to round out this series. So let's take a quick look now at Group D.
Huge thermite, huge arc star. Absolutely gonna take that. Oh, the beam.
Oxygen? Let's check. Back. Teams. Oxygen is in Group A. I think they already played today, so.
I like the way that you can do this and see destroy.
This is the results. They qualified. Now they are in the loser bracket. Oxygen is in the loser bracket. Yo, thank you, Chris.
All right, Dean, now it falls onto you, another tough choice to make, but out of Group D, which team jumps out at you?
I hesitate to say it's a difficult choice for me. Now, there's a lot of talent in Group D, but you know that I love highlighting South American teams, and we've got 2 of them. So when presented with this, you have to be looking at teams that we haven't seen before. Both Kick and Singularity didn't attend the Split 2 playoffs, and yet, notably, Singularity has made it back here, and they have to be my team to watch. There's no way about it. I think a lot of people across the world know Team Singularity the best out of South America for the waves that they've made before, making it all the way to finals in international competition, yet not making Split 2 playoffs after they lost Elysium. Well, Elysium is back, and back with a purpose, not just to play the role that he did before, but to redefine this team moving into the future. What a team that many have called the hope of South America now needs to prove that on the international stage once more.
I love that, Tiff. A little bit of a different regional representation here.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need, let me tell you. But looking at this, you know, you got Blackhand.
Yo, the majority of my viewers are from LA and New York. I can see that in my stats.
For them, J-Lings as well. I ran into their coach Alex in the hallway just before this, and he goes, "We are ready. We came out of Split 2 playoffs, and we knew exactly what the changes were that we needed."
Yo, guys, when does it start?
I sat down with Noises, who is actually one of the nicest people I've ever spoken to early on, and hopefully you get to see pieces of that.
Did I start the stream too early?
Honestly, this is the first time we're seeing C&D, and I'm ready to see what they can bring to the table.
Now, contrasting our previous set, A versus B, C&D is an interesting matchup because they hold some of our highest variance teams. The Dojo is a great example, so we'll start with them, but being able to frag out and take out an entire lobby is one thing, and yet you've also got teams that sometimes
10 minutes.
End up not showing up.
That's not too much.
0-point games or something of the like. And the fact is,
specific team I'm cheering for.
We have seen them hit such high highs.
Dude, I don't know what to choose between Dark Zero, TSM, and Alliance.
This is going to be an interesting series to define what this tournament will look like for them.
I will say it right now. Dark Zero and TSM won't win. because they are the known winners and everybody will target them. I will just say that as soon as they reach match point, everybody will target them. But yeah, I personally think maybe Alliance.
It is the most scary thing. I just start like freaking out, so I'm hedging my bets on Dark
no, I didn't watch the first set. I took a nap and missed it. I'm that guy. Dojo? Yeah, it will be wholesome, but let's be honest, I don't think they will win. Yeah, dude, Effect missing this chance. Yeah, feels so bad.
And that also have an incredible amount of firepower. As I said, firepower really prevalent in both C and D. But
yeah, James, Mendy is playing. He's a sub for Effect.
All of these teams, rather. Blackhand really stands out as a squad that has great macro that supports a frag.
What is that Dark Horse? What? I don't understand.
That practice that they got there to feed in really well to their first set on the world stage.
Alright, well, it also looks like Genome agreeing with you.
Yo, hi Pablo
Dojo
from Chile. Nice.
DZ and even more Alliance on this second page. Interesting. Both Anta and Gaskin going for one of those.
Yo, everybody is betting on the same teams. I bet too. Dark Zero, Alliance, and TSM.
Alliance give us the go next treatment because those are the two
Dark Horse equals underdog.
out of EMEA, and I'd really like to
Okay,
see
but what underdog means?
things like Revenant. Alliance have so many team compositions to work with, and
Dude,
now that they've got,
I'm not American. I don't
who
understand.
has a lot of
What is an
personality as well,
underdog?
I do wonder what that's going to turn into.
I mean, you speak of personality.
The underrated player or
so
what?
Far ahead that Mandy breaks out a path. We all know Hackett was comfortable on the Newcastle, on the Ash at one point, but hey, who knows what's going to happen?
I mean, if they end up with a point cushion, like we saw with Dreamfire, anything can happen in this series. But if those teams are your favorite, or if you have some different teams in mind that you like to be keeping your eyes on here in the competition,
I think I get the meaning. The team not expected to win, like the underdog, like when you have all the chances against you, but you still manage to win, something like that.
And of course, you know we could never forget all of you at home in the stream watching us for this entire
Are you chill with Nice Week? Yeah.
Do
Do you guys want to watch Nice Week? We can open the B stream if you want.
And trust me, you want to make sure you get those in your account because they are pretty cool, Dia.
They are. It's been a fantastic day for me because sitting backstage, I get to open Command Center, I get to watch the broadcast, I get to watch a team.
Yeah, Tolu, the guys that start from the bottom, yeah.
A whole lot about the game. So if you haven't tried Command Center before, try it, pull up the map, and you are going to experience the Giga Apex Legends.
He's not lying. That's exactly what he looks like backstage. He just
let's see what Nice Week is doing.
Rotations. He's like, "Where's the ring console?" They've got a beacon. It's actually the coolest thing I've ever seen. Watching him nerd out.
Alright, well, we're not going to keep you waiting any longer. It's time to get into our
he's
second
starting.
series of matches of the day. It's time for us to send it on over to Anta and Gaskin. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Lauren, and all of a sudden you hear the games are starting, the crowd starts getting loud out here in Birmingham, and that's what we love to see, Dan. It's going to be our first look at two new groups here. We've got C and D going against each other now, Dan, and some big names in this lobby, including one, Dark Zero.
I'm glad you remembered C and D as well. You were going through it in the motions, but we are here. We've got some amazing teams. I mean, for the most part, we're going to see the reigning champs. We've got Dark Zero, and we'll have to see whether we...
You just got Monsoon upset.
Okay, what is Wig doing?
Now. Yeah. Monsoon, chat, thinks the food here is the worst food he's ever had in his life. He is not happy about the food situation here, man.
What one?
He just asked if anyone had a taser on hand. Monsoon is asking if anyone has a taser on hand.
Yeah, and Ludo was trying to fight people in the chat, bro.
Dude,
what's going on?
I went to UK and I swear to God, the food thing is not a myth. It's actually for real. The food is so bad.
Okay, chat, I'll show the chat again, bro.
The only food that was actually good was from an Italian restaurant, but that was the only one.
My God, can they turn this chat off?
And I also tried Five Guys, and it made me sick. Maybe I just ate at the wrong place, but it was fucking disgusting. Everything was greasy and didn't taste like anything. Didn't have any flavor.
Simple as that. That's why I love phony.
But everybody says that Five Guys is the best. I'm confused.
I do love Nando's. I do. Nando's is my comfort food. I get a chicken butterfly.
Right here, yeah.
But I would eat it at home too.
Okay, let's see what the mainstream is doing. Oh, they are leaning?
But we'll have to see whether they can do so if Dark Zero are going to be gobbling them all up.
Well, keep your eyes on Lava Siphon. We're expecting to maybe see a contest going down there. And I'll first maybe look at Dojo as well to see how they come out. But it looks like we're almost ready to go in this lobby, Dan. And I've got to be honest, it's our first time casting here at the ALGS Championships. And I'm a bit nervous, man. I'm like shaking a little bit. It's a huge occasion. And I'm sure the players are feeling the same.
London has great food. Andrew, yeah, maybe some places have great food, but the places I ate from, not so great. And the food is so expensive. I paid like 25 pounds for a burger like this and some fries, and was the worst burger I ever ate. It was absolutely burnt and the fries were so hard.
But this is going to be an interesting set of groups. I think there are definitely teams that can get big points. So if you are one of those teams who's kind of in the
I don't know, maybe I just got unlucky. Probably.
Even if it's just a 4 or 5 each game, you'll still find yourself in good stead.
And one team we haven't even mentioned yet, of course, Moist Esports, one of the most consistent teams in the world. After their last 2 performances that we've seen them in the LAN environment, they're in this lobby as well. We know they like to get in some great spots early on. We're going to have to see how they perform as well. That is your lineup of who is going to be in these groups, who's going to be in this lobby. Pick your favorites and keep your eyes on them.
And of course, this means we're going to start to see how those comps are going down.
What the fuck is going on? Why is Sweet under TSM banner? Is this bugged?
We've seen a lot of interesting meta shift since the last event. We've seen now no Seer. Seer was like what, 60% pick rate.
Yo, Gen Burden it's in 100 Thieves.
In the early games previously.
Guys, I think you forgot to change that.
So we will hopefully get you a little bit of an indication of where the legend picks are going to go.
Thank you, Philip, but what are you congrats me for?
The ring changes, we have weapon meta changes, and to be at the top of your game here in Apex Legends, coming around to the biggest tournament of the year, you need to be able to be on top of everything.
Classic EA.
Find out who that's going to be, of course, when we get through the days. But for C&D, the first look is going to be exciting for sure.
Yeah, and I think a lot of teams are kind of adapting to what other people are playing, but there is always going to be that effort of comfort picks where people want to just play what they're good at, what they're used to be playing on. But we'll have to see whether things change as the tournament develops and people start to realize, oh, well, Fuse is very good, and oh my god, do I see a Seer? Suddenly that 0% pick rate might be changing.
Guys, when does it start? Okay. Here we go. FaZe, NRG, and Alliance. There are other teams that we need to watch. Group A and Group D. Okay, Group A, TS. Yo, TSM is playing. Okay, I will add TSM then.
Who's able to pick up any sort of weapons? That will be the real question for me. Does either team actually decide to swerve off? That could also very much happen.
Very good flight path for Moist Esports, who we always talk about historically liking to rotate quickly. Well, they're going to be able to rotate pretty much quicker than anyone. But there is going to be a contest going down here. It's going to be Let's See de France who are going to be involved in this one. You can really see a little bit of a poke, a little bit of a prod going down. And actually, excuse me, this is going to be the, looks like maybe not the right team overlays. This is going to be King of the
thank
Dojo.
you, everybody.
So we'll have to see how this one plays out. And early on, it's going to be first not going for the Dojo, make it 2. And it looks like this might be a Dojo home ground.
Oh, the Dojo
you can see the
are contested.
Coming through, and now it's just a matter of finishing here for Designful, Enemy, and Timmy. They are an incredible fighting team. We saw that in the LCQ. This is how they got to this tournament, by qualifying in that last chance qualifier, and they really showed what they were made of, and then the practice they've been putting in. They've shown that they can roll with the big dogs, and I'm very excited as this tournament develops to gain that experience as a squad where they can start to believe in themselves a little bit.
I mean, we did a little bit of content with him. We won't give away what it was and, you know, all that kind of stuff, but I can tell you that he is feeling extremely confident coming into this. The build-up to the event has been very important for them. He said getting the confidence in scrims, playing against the best in the world has made them believe and realize that they are not just a very good fighting team, but they believe one of the best fighting teams in the world. So having that confidence coming into these lobbies, certainly huge for their momentum as they go through the days.
Well, they take out 2 members.
Dude, I don't understand why they are contesting in the tournament day. Why didn't they contest in scrims and decided the winner then?
North, most likely northeast here. So
this is a lose-lose situation.
On that side, Complexity in a good spot. FaZe will be happy. Jay Lings will be delighted, as well as Moist over towards Overlook.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see who has that ring console. If they get that little bit
Yo, Kick are contesting Dojo.
Maybe a little more south from this, where the zone finds itself right now on the screens, but one team who are trying to rotate here, just in and around Fragment, is going to be Blackhand, and they're in a little bit of a pressurized situation, because if you're wondering who's putting some shots into their back,
but why they still doing this? I mean, do they even want to eat? Okay, let's see energy what.
I'm holding the height. I'm just holding the height right now. Horizon's holding this. There's 2 right here. 2 right here on my thing. One is inside the thing. He's backside front. One's backside. Catalyst has taking space on the RV. Catalyst is? Yes. I'm getting triple vert naded. Yeah, so am I. They're still nading. They're all looking at me. All looking at me. Sliding down. Horizon sliding down. I'm still holding the height. Catalyst inside at 50. Horizon running at you right here. I'm backing up. On your truck right here on this red crate.
Dude, this POV is so laggy.
I cracked him. I got it.
So laggy.
Running out 100. One insta-kill. Nice. I'm walking. He's right here. Can you stay on the height? Look behind. Yeah, stay on the height. I'm gonna stay on the height right now. Climbing top RV.
Okay, sweet. He is absolutely killing it.
He's in the field. I can't look right now. I'm looking behind. Let him run. We have 2 kills already. We're fine. Get the full kill. I got the full kill.
Survive that initial fight, and then they can continue pushing through over towards the eastern side of the map. And for NRG, I guess it's a chance for us to talk about them a little bit. We are always talking about, well, NRG this, NRG that.
Effect is on the way.
We've seen, does he kind of compare with Imperial How? Well, lately NRG have not been up there. They have not necessarily reached those expectations, but it's one of those squads who you just know on any given day.
Guys, can you suggest me a better way to watch this whole thing? What is Nicewig usually? I think I saw him like having like 9 streams open.
They were putting in the work, which is of course what you need to be doing ahead of the biggest tournament of the year. Blackhand, they're in the respawn village just outside of Fragment at the moment, trying to kind of tiptoe their way towards the zone. And the one thing about Overlook zones that we always kind of highlight is, once you're in, great. Well, if you're not in early, it's pretty difficult to work your way up that hill and really contest. Elsewhere, and a long way away from where we find ourselves at the moment, you've got Gambare Otasan, who are having a little bit of a scrap.
Yo, hi, Siri. I'm good.
Also, we did see Kick
I'm good.
So they were the first team to get wiped. And this is a fight for kind of the southeast side of this map. If you win this one, you should get an easy rotation up towards Big Mord and then...
Yeah, I saw Nicewig having like 9 streams open at the same time. He's watching in command on Twitch as well.
Does come in, and there's going to be a second kill. Nice spray. Just needs to get the finish. Try to make it flashy. Falling down from the air. Oh, there is that initial finish, but Dogma will go down. So now it's a 2v1. It's just about taking your time, being patient in these situations. Zone is going to be closing behind them though, so you just have to keep your eyes on those white vents.
Yeah, Iron Blood Gaming just frustrating a little bit now. In a 1 versus 2, plenty of armor and health to work with. This is still winnable, I will say. If you can hit your shots here, but now losing
This
all
one?
those shields,
No, he
suddenly
had
becomes
like
increasingly difficult. And
way more
you see,
open.
the hunt suddenly comes through from Geo. They know they have the advantage, and they make sure they press it. So they will now own the southeast side of the map. But I say
Yo, Alliance is fighting.
I've seen one now. Nice. You drop a purple again or no? Yeah, I dropped a purple. Copy that, got it.
Come on.
Let's go see other boys here.
Better quality, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna avoid that. I'm not gonna shoot it. Pick it up and throw another. Yeah. I'm holding.
Multi-stream. Okay. Let's see. Multi-stream. Actually, I will search in the break. Darzero is down?
Yeah.
I don't think so. They're here. They're good.
Oh shit. Grab mine. Yeah. No, this game's fucked, right? Catch it. So I guess just go shoot bunch of fucks.
Just kill a bunch of fucking points. Just get a bunch of
AI fucks. I can't see that guy through the water fences. It's so annoying.
Who's it last night, team?
Probably backhand or some shit.
Oh wait, he wants DG.
Oh, there is that.
I can't take it.
Okay, they're just sitting
A
here.
few free KP of some white shielded, no weapon players falling through the sky.
So the likelihood is on that southern side, Dojo will hold out GO, but then they will get pressed by Onyx Esports, who are holding down the building just below them, and it's going to be really difficult for them to try and break through, because when you do try and shift through those tunnels, it is so tough because it's so easy to hold those angles and ambush as you try and progress through the northern side of Geyser. But Gambaré Artisan are now going to at least be aware of Dojo, so they're not going to get ambushed. That's one of the positives here.
A couple of shots coming in will give that information away to the Dojo that there's a team wrapping behind them, and it's Geo versus Dojo, which is fun to say.
Yo, let's see if Dojo
More fun than you thought.
managed.
It's really fun, honestly. I had a
Well,
good time saying that.
why did you see it, man?
Energy are being devious here. Now they are well aware that Pioneers have rezzed, and
Yo,
now they are
give
just
us
waiting for some
Dojo.
extra bit of KP, it would seem.
Oh, poor Zane
Sweet
is so
stuff to
dead.
press up with the rest.
This is a game of hide and seek. Apex Legends style right now. Zane is hiding.
Yo, Zane,
NRG
where are
is
you, bro?
seeking.
It's a little bit more difficult without a seer nowadays.
Yeah, true.
So you have to use your wits and you have to use your experience, as Zane does get caught out. He's the first one to be found.
Did you guys see
It does look
the
like rest
experience
of
right there?
Pioneers were able to at least scuttle away.
Yeah, the other two remaining members have completely split away from each other, just trying to survive. NRG do get those
Yo,
KP, but
yo,
here is
yeah,
Geo
I don't.
versus the Dojo, and I
Okay, I
mentioned it's
will
fun to
speak
say, but it's not
after this.
fun to be stuck inside a Fuse ultimate. And Dojo trying to hold the line at the moment. Zypher's kind of moving in.
Yo, Dojo,
Players
full
managed to
screen.
slip through enemy lines here. Up on that rock, Timmy takes some shots in the back. He's going to have to be forced to pop a shield battery here, but it's a little bit of a messy fight here. Nobody seems to have the advantage.
Yeah, these are two teams who also had early fights with contest, so they're both going to be warmed up. They're both going to be ready. Dogma gets the first onto enemy, and Gambaré Artisan have the lead now. And it's whether we can see any sort of reset here from Dojo, because this Phoenix and Medkit is going to be massive for Geo, because they're going to have such a health advantage going into this fight.
Timmy's going to try and stick the res here.
Yo,
Zypher's
Timmy,
playing the hype, but look at that
resetting?
angle being taken by
No.
Jusna there. He's trying to do what he can to cause problems. Enemy still down, but Designful does get one. So the Dojo now back into this, and Gambaré
What?
Artisan eliminated. The Dojo turn a 2v3 into all of them back on their
Dude.
feet.
Well, they said they think they're one of the best fighting
I didn't
teams,
think
where
they
you
would
just
win
got
that.
a little bit of a proof of the pudding there, as they now win it 2 versus 3, and they can reset. Now, this was my worry, though, because they dominate South.
Yo, Dojo is
Push
actually
through the
having a
vault, but
chance
when they
to
do
win
push through
for
the vault,
real.
It's gonna be a very difficult
for real.
situation with a lot of teams that are going to be around that vault side and eyes on those vault little clips.
Yeah,
now,
Dojo looking
NRG are
good.
gonna be moving their way from the western side, giving up perhaps on the Pioneers hunt that they were playing. But Alliance were some late movers, and they've started to finally find some players to play.
Yo, our boy Mandy. Let's see what Mandy is doing.
Hack is going to himself finding a wall going up in front of him, just completely cut off the attempt at the push. So Alliance now retreats. You can see the defensive barrage has come down as well from the Bangalore to make sure that they can't close that gap in the way they would have wanted to. But Alliance are going to be safe for quite some time. And I mean, I tell you what, Mandy, what a player to bring in, by the way. He has not let Alliance fans down once, anytime he stepped on this main stage to fill in.
Yo, why is this so laggy? Is from me or
well. I mean, there was the time where he
the mainstream is having problems?
competitive Apex Legends.
I have a
and
good
kept getting the
internet.
call, kept coming back and keeps proving why he's such a vital piece to any puzzle. I'm sure our Alliance are delighted to have such a familiar face and also someone that can step up in an occasion like this. But Alliance seem to be comfortable. They were able to force Northeption off of that height and they can hold it for now. But whether
Yo, Andrew, why did you retracted your message? What did you say?
Moist was still safe inside of that zone. It has shifted ever so slightly southern from where Overlook was, so it might actually finish kind of in the cavernous area where there's kind of a little bit of rock cover.
Mandy face cam with Heikki's POV. What? Real? For real? I didn't notice that.
The vault tunnel and exit safely. They might be in a pretty good position for this.
I thought that was Mandy's POV. I didn't check the name. Dude.
Before they move up.
Yeah, we've got 5 teams on the western side here who are all gonna
Oh yeah, someone said the thing with NRG. Why they actually don't win any big tournaments? What's up with them? I mean, when they play in small tournaments, they seem like the best team, but when it comes to ALGS, I don't hear anything about them.
I'm just a little bit worried because Onyx Esports are sharing the vault with them at the moment. Dojo went one way, they got forced back into this tiny little choke here, and if they do get spotted out by some of these teams in No Name, then they have to be careful.
I'm interested to see if they try and just hold down the inside of this build, inside of the vault, or if they do make a play. Well, we're finding out the answer to that right now. Timmy taking some damage on the cross though, and it's NRG.
Oh, NRG and Dojo. Let's see. Let's see.
Dojo do take control of the door though, and 104 shots come in from enemy. Nice spray from
dead.
him.
He's dead.
That Callus will potentially just to stop this 3P being a problem, but for now the Dojo holds strong.
Dojo
What? Design, what happened?
And it's whether they can actually survive this fight yet again. Designful's gonna
fucking charge rifle.
On his feet, but I don't think they're gonna be allowed to because here comes the push.
Push might come in, hit enemy. Gonna have to hold the line.
Or resetting design up. Okay. Okay, okay. They are still good. Beam them, dude. No.
Alliance have been eliminated in the meantime.
His knee.
And Dojo are back up to their feet, and now enemy decides it's time to swing.
Yeah, time to try and swing, try and get some damage that maybe the team can push.
Dude, I hate this clutter.
Pent up in this building, but it's okay. They can survive here for another minute or so. They don't have to rush things because you can see the circle is going to be moving ever so slightly north. The likes of Northeption, Dark Zero, Pioneers, Pulverex, they're all going to be in that next circle. So this building that was being so heavily thoughtful is not going to be good enough to stay in these next 45 seconds.
Elsewhere, you can see Dark Zero inside of this truck.
Andrew, maybe they are playing for kill points.
Which is why they're looking to have
who knows?
A little bit of aggression added to the recipe of what they find in this game. Jen Burton with some nice shots with that vault.
Okay, Dark Zero.
Having to take his time to get those shields back up as well. But look at these shots coming in from Jen. Breaks the shields, almost breaks the hearts as well.
This northern side is going to be absolute hell, by the way. It's going to be okay for Dark Zero, who are still holding a very commanding position, as we would expect on World's Edge. Speaking of, Nathan's just taken down Designful, so that's going to be more teams taking fights, and Timmy might need to be helping with his team, and it looks like NRG were able to push in and shut down Dojo.
No, we missed
that. It was a
push
that was a long time coming for NRG, but eventually they are able to conquer the Dojo team, who has been running a little bit of a muck of this lobby.
3 kills for Sweet as well. He's going to be the kill leader in this lobby alongside a couple of other players who have certainly put up some kills themselves. But NRG, they've still got some work to do here. You see, they're trying to smoke off. They're trying to kind of thread the needle with the rotation here, trying to make sure there's no lines of sight for them to get hit by as they make this cross. They're going to take the high ground, but they need to take a fight here.
Kill feed's about to go nuts, by the way. Northern side is mental as now NRG keep pushing in, and they want to take this truck. They want to take advantage of this damage here.
Big kill coming in for NRG. They clear the way, and now they're looking to clear a little bit more space. Not just happy with one, but they will be safe.
Snipe.
Trying to work their way in.
Come on,
well.
dude.
It's going to be Moist Esports who are eliminated in the meantime.
Come on, Snipe.
They've been taken out as well. FaZe taking a lot of zone damage here. Snipe down. I don't think
the passion on this man.
But what can he do from this position?
He can slip, he can slide, he can try and survive, but eventually will get shut down immediately as everyone on that northeast side tried to force their way in. J-Lings go down as well, and FC Destroy have just been able to hold on to this northeastern side and these rocks, and now they give themselves cover. Northeption also eliminated, 10 squads remain.
Oh, Black Hole, big problem here. FC Destroy managed to take it down, but the problem rears its head once more. Amateur left on its own now. It's Onyx Esports who are moving in. they will get the cleanup on the fight and take that position we were talking about.
They've got 2 more teams to their north, though. This isn't going to be fun. FC Destroy get taken out. 8 squads now remain. One of those teams is still Dark Zero. They hold strong in the building we saw earlier, and they have a lot of room to play with on the western side, but they are going to have to move east as Crusader tries to get those extra shots, and will do so with the Havoc in the back pocket. A lot of presence being gained by Onyx Esports at the moment. They are trying to take as much space as possible on this eastern side.
Crusader, a new addition as well, showing why he
I'm
is
out
that
of
new player
coffee.
they picked up. Look at NRG though. They're making a play. It is KCP, still in the game by the way. Still work their way to a top 8 position, but again, it's NRG.
Yo, Zayn? Didn't Zayn just died? He wasn't paying attention. He wasn't paying attention. Dude, I thought Zayn was gone. Like, they managed to reset? Dude, that was so funny. Did you see his face cam? He was looking at his teammate and didn't saw Sweet going up the stairs and shooting him. I don't like it.
He's going to have one dropped by a teammate, which is going to mean a slower healing operation for them to go through before they can get back involved. NRG making their move, and look at NRG. 2 red Evo shields leveled up. Nathan on a purple as well. They are ready to fight.
Yeah, they're just going to be able to hide long enough, and they don't have to push in just yet, but that circle is going to be closing on their backsides. Pulverix are the team that are ahead of them. As soon as this wall goes down, you have to take the fight, and now it comes through.
Q comes through as well, trying to counteract it here, Sweet. He'll throw the black hole in as well. Gildersons is going to wrap, and it looks like NRG will win the fight against Pulverix.
Dark Zero are winning.
Dark Zero managed to take down one of NRG as well. It was Jen Burn with a long range.
No way they are not
and Dark Zero now still
Yo,
safe,
Jen Burden took down
Nathan
with an egg.
About their business on the western side, but they might now have to take advantage of this angle that they have on the tunnel. You can see they push in. Fuse is going to be the one to lead everything here.
They are winning.
Trying to get that initial damage, trying to get that information. They have the grenades to work with. But I think
I don't know how they'll do that, but they are winning.
To give E36 enough coverage, but when this wall does go down, they could be vulnerable.
This is a really bad place.
That they need to leave this tunnel.
Another Horizon ult.
To try and do so. The longer this goes on, the more noise it is, the more likely the Dark Zero will come under pressure from
right in that termite.
That's exactly what is happening. Now they're going to be forced to take this fight, and Dark Zero
Dude, how they managed to...
We'll take the fight.
I'm so impressed with what Zionew's done here, by the way. He was on no shields for so long, but he did push in the Dark Zero.
Yeah, it was a difficult spot to play.
They are able to stay alive, but now
and NRG third party them.
And they're going to be able to do so as well. You can see Sweet's just moving in. It's only one player alive at NRG. As a 2, Nathan has gone down in the previous fight that they were involved with, but they clean up the damage, and now they completely control the western side of this zone. Elsewhere, Onyx Esports, Tom Young Kung, they're having a fight themselves. Onyx only have a little bit of room to play with here, and I tell you what, if this fight goes down, NRG are in a position to third.
NRG do have a chance. Onyx will try and take the fight versus Tom Young Kung and get a lot of damage, but Onyx are not able to do so. They're still a 4-3 here, TYK. And now NRG are going to be a 2 versus 3.
2 versus 3 here. Tom Young Kung might be able to close this out. What a performance it would be for this trio if they can get a win in their first game here on the main stage, but it's a 2v2 now because Gildersons has just ripped someone apart.
He's ripped 2 of them apart, and now it's a 2 versus 1.
Gildersons might get them all.
Wow. NRG won. Okay, okay. Okay.
Through the lobby, 2v3, no problem for me.
Yo, Guild is
We
insane.
said right at the start of this set, we're going to learn a lot from
he's
NRG.
thinking that
Are they gonna
monster.
be a team who can be real threats, real competitors here at the World Championships? There's your first look at them, and there's their first victory of the weekend, and doing it as a 2, nonetheless.
I think that was a monster game from NRG as well. Didn't quite catch how many kills they had, but how many times did we go to their POV and see them winning fights? NRG, were they going to be the team to fear at this event? It looks like they put the work in, and after game 1, they're looking dangerous.
I also realized how hard it is to say enter Force 36 very fast.
Very tough.
I think I said enter Force 36, and it's just one of those, but happy birthday! I love the signs.
Who's Raki?
I love the signs from the crowd. It seems to get better and better every single event.
Yo, it seems like more people are live
100%
in Birmingham, in that city I can pronounce.
From their team, and I think the zone shift actually caught a lot of people out there. That's one thing that we should certainly talk about. Zone 2, a lot of people who got that initial beacon information probably thinking, hey, this is a guaranteed overlook zone.
Oh yeah, energy is really on top of the game right now.
Towards overlook, caught quite a few people out, and you can see it was NRG who actually worked their way through from the western side of zone.
Oh yeah, so what is Nicewig using? Multi-stream, did you guys say?
But continued to go forward because they knew they had to take the fight. But I think there was maybe a couple of opportunities.
Multi-stream.
But I don't think he necessarily had any. And then as soon as NRG
multi-stream.am
was going down in that tunnel, they pushed straight in and ensured they got those kills.
Will say that NRG, it didn't look like they were going to win that final circle, but win it they did in the 2v3. And here's our opportunity to have a look at how it went down. I think a lot of it, Dan, was made possible by clearing this side of the zone, coming in and making sure they finished off the last remaining members of Dark Zero in this tunnel to make sure that they had an opportunity at least to third party that fight.
Yeah, Dark Zero wanted to make that fight fast, but it was not quite fast enough. NRG got the last kills on both Dark Zero and Enter Force 36.
Very good.
And then from here, I know I got it right, thank goodness. From here, as a 2, you're thinking, all right, well, we're just trying to survive here. We're going for second place. Surely that's what most people would think about. But as soon as you hear all that commotion, as soon as you see that catwalk go down, you start to think, okay, do we have a chance? And then look, there's a nice little present that's available for Gilderson as well.
Gilderson goes, hey, I know how to use this thing. Let me just wait for my teammate to pick up a battery. Onyx Esports do get eliminated, but they did manage to pretty much fully reset in this fight. It was a full 3. Sweet kind of baits them out, and I think that just created an opportunity for Guild to take an off angle as they stepped out from that catwall. You'll see it here, just takes this off angle from Sweet. Sweet plays his life. He is the bait in this situation, and then you see the R9 from Guild. He gets the first one, swaps to that L-Star. A little bit of help coming in from Sweet towards the end, but I gotta be honest, if I'm Sweet in that position, I want to fill my teammate with confidence and say, hey, you take all 3 kills here, and wow,
oh my goodness,
20 kills for NRG. 32 points in game number 1, you'll take that all day.
Unbelievable from NRG, and to do it as a 2 at the end, the bait and
oh, I found multi-twitch.
By Sweet there. I mean, it really just showed his experience and how important it is to play your life sometimes in Apex Legends, but not doing it whilst cowering away and batting. Instead, he was just using that head glitch, taking shots, doing damage to keep them distracted. But a 32-point game is insane. Tom Youngkung and Onyx, I think, will still be delighted with an 18 and a 13-point game, especially considering Onyx came all the way from Tree and were still able to get on that southern side. They were the ones that were holding down that vault for so long, so when they saw that circle shift, they must have been smiling. Looking at
the other end of the table, a little bit of quiet start for
Could
Alliance.
So
the same could be said. Some good KP per phase, which gives them at least 4 points coming out of that one. But it was a pretty top-heavy looking lobby. And hey, when you
tell me if you understand something from here.
A total of 32 points. No surprise to see the teams at the bottom there, Dan, maybe struggling to find an opportunity to pick up points.
What the fuck is going on, dude?
Making sure that they are happy and letting us know how happy they are with the sides that they were able to bring as well. But you look at NRG's pathing in that game, starting it, staging, getting ahead of KCP, winning that fight against KCP, which I think was massive because
I'm really proud of the thumbnail.
They got all the shield they needed, and then it was just running a train through everyone afterwards.
So it's NRG who take home in game number 1. What's going to happen in game number 2? We'll find out. Just a few
okay,
moments.
and yeah. Nicewig, who will NRG. Oh, I can't, right? I can't put energy. Yeah, I think we stay on Twitch. I think we stay on Twitch. So let's see what Nicewig is doing.
They did not end well at all.
A long time.
I mean, yeah, it's a long time, but that's the first lance 4 lands ago. It's insane.
But shout out to him for not giving up.
I mean, bro, there's one. Now, listen, man, you can say things about design, whatever you want to say, bro, but there's one thing that he does not do, it's give up. Yeah. He is very persistent. He's very confident in his ability, and honestly, man, I gotta admit to these guys, like, regardless, listen, I was teammates with Timmy for a while.
Yo, Gaiden,
most stubborn fucking kid
I'm not going to LAN.
One of the most stubborn teammates ever, but he has completely changed his play style too. To be
I'm not doing that.
It takes time to do that, and I think it takes a lot of growing up.
I don't know if it's worth it.
You know what I mean? Shout out Team Sheesh. Big Pulverex crowd. We got a Pulverex crowd.
People are sweet.
Oh, we
do.
No way he just called them weak for that, dude. Dude, for being in Birmingham, UK, I can't lie, this is pretty damn good having a crowd here at this time.
Absolutely, bro.
Like, it is, what, 4 p.m. on a fucking Wednesday afternoon?
On a Wednesday.
In Birmingham, UK, and we have a crowd.
Wednesday.
On a Wednesday, and we have a crowd, man. That's pretty damn good. I can't lie. I cannot wait for Championship Sunday, man. I can't wait.
Kaiden, UK is pretty close to me. It's like
we really do appreciate you. I know,
1 and
in NA right now?
about 1 or 2 hours away from me with the plane.
10 a.m.
But
10 a.m. East Coast time.
I don't know, man.
Here, bro. Oh, you guys are goated, man. 7 a.m. We still got 25,000 people in here, bro, on a 7 a.m. on a Wednesday morning.
This is probably the least land, to be honest.
Thank y'all for being here, bro. Absolutely fantastic.
But I still won't go.
Up, man. We'll get it going. The Sexton Shuffle.
How much are the tickets? Do you guys know?
Yeah, I know. That's funny as fuck. I'm tired, hey, man. You got this, bro. Love from Tokyo. Shout out to Tokyo, man. All the APAC North viewers, bro. We just love you guys in general, man.
Did that nap help you?
I took like a 5-minute nap. 10-minute
yeah,
nap.
I know.
Yeah.
I see. Like, I feel like those would hurt me.
No, 10-minute naps, 10 to 20-minute naps are like power naps, bro.
Yeah.
You lock
True.
the fuck in with those things, dude.
I feel like if I'm off like little sleep though, and I hit one of those, like
I want to show you guys something.
I'm gonna wake up feeling like completely discombobulated.
Well, I've been up since 3 a.m.
Almost subterfuge.
I don't even know what that means. It's a crazy word to use in that sentence. I'm pretty sure it's not even the right way. Use it. I think you just wanted to use that word.
Everything about naps.
I don't think so. But I've been up since 3 a.m.
We
were in the gym at 4:30.
Yeah, man, I saw your text at 4. I was up too.
Yeah, I literally immediately went to the lobby. I saw Lou just sitting there contemplating his life. He was like, bro, what is life? He's like, I'm so tired. And I think I woke up, bro, because I've just been sweating.
Yeah, okay, then I don't think Apex will last another LAN.
Mine works so bad.
I honestly don't.
Like a downgrade to get a smaller room with better AC. I just can't do it. I just won't sleep. I don't know if there's anyone in here like me, man, but if that shit is not ice cold, I can't sleep. I just can't do it. I need it cold. Like, it has to be cold. If I'm sweating and like, I can't. It's really annoying, to be honest. It's really annoying. I wish I could just sleep in this like the heat.
Oh,
yeah, I know you guys have boiling hot summers. Waltzy, did you have an evac?
He's still on his ass, bro.
Makes sense. Guy Phony can never let go, bro. He just keeps on going. All right, chat. Well, game number 2 going to start up, bro. Put in the chat who you guys have, man. Dojo or Kick. Not going to lie, bro. After that game, I got to go Dojo again for fucking sure.
Yeah, a 2v3 on the Gombre.
I mean, yeah. They got absolutely mopped, bro. It wasn't even close. All right, let's talk it in chat. Let's go, baby. Thank y'all for being here, man. We appreciate you guys so much for hanging out. Put in the chat, though, who you got, man, for game 2. Holy shit, that scared me, bro. Did you hear that, too? I want to do? Oh, we're good. I didn't know if I had drops enabled in the chat.
Do you?
How many viewers Apex have right now? 167K for Apex, bro. We'll take that shit. It's pretty damn good.
At this time?
Yeah. Pretty damn good, bro. There's a lot of watch parties going on. People are killing it, man. It's fucking huge. W watch party.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big. Maybe I should put that in my first title. I should put that first.
What?
Drops enabled.
All right, so if I had to guess here,
yeah,
zone-wise, I'm going Alliance Thermal Zone.
Okay. Alliance Thermal, you said? I think that's definitely fair, bro.
We haven't seen a Thermal Zone yet.
No, we really haven't seen a Thermal Zone yet, huh?
Okay, we started.
I think... Fucking, I forgot to add this tag.
What is it?
No, my channel from literally day 1. I just took it off by accident.
I can't read it.
Okay.
Been talking about that one for quite some time. The dropship is live. We're moving. Interestingly, the dropship changed direction a little bit from south to north this time, which is going to be good for the likes of Pulverex, Onyx for those early drops.
And it'll be Kick versus Dojo again at last.
Yo, I'm not muted, right?
Dojo got the better of them in the early stages, even though Kick were able to escape. They did
Yo, Dojo contested again.
It's not going to be a fun tournament for Kick
Dude,
if they keep losing
Kick
these contests,
are a
because
joke.
TSM are the other team that will be contesting them in other groups, but Dojo have already got the upper hand.
They certainly do indeed. Designful feeling all kinds of confidence. There's a second one for him as well, and I tell you what, Designful, he might be taking all three down. It's 3 in a row.
Dude, how? Why they keep contesting?
Dojo in the contest.
As easy as that, and because it's so quick, now they've got a comfortable amount of time to be looting Lava Cycle.
They're so bad, honestly.
If they have a ring console, which they do. Okay, so down at a Dojo for Lava Siphon, they have ring console and a survey beacon to work with, and they can get the information that we're going to be heading.
Yeah, dude, it's 2-0. Let's stop the contest. You are not winning anything.
We're going to be heading a little bit further up towards the likes of Epicenter and Climatizer.
Yeah, looking at the likes of FaZe and Complexity here. Complexity.
Yo, Kick. What team was Kick before they got signed?
So it wouldn't be too surprising to see Cole maybe thinking
Or
about
they
trying to
are
take that high
a
ground
new
over
team.
at Epicenter and play for that long game, because if they do that, there could be a big KP game for them with everyone else having to shift in. Moist Esports, you can see they're going to have a lot of access as well to that zone phase. They've got a map room scan, but that's not going to be quite what they wanted, especially with this early game.
Yo, Dark Zero are fighting.
Up in Fragment could be one of those little misleading ones if they take that info.
Yeah, if FaZe take a while to loot up here, which they might, just giving that initial circle, then the survey beacon could very much work out for them, give them that player information, and they should be able to stack up. But I think it could be one of those that you say, it's slightly misleading, they might push away, and they could later be left frustrated that they didn't stay a little bit closer to Climatizer. We'll see how quick they are with their rotation. You mentioned Complexity as well. I think
yeah, the travel is not so expensive from Romania to UK, depending on the period. But I think they are pretty cheap now, like 100 euros per ticket.
Well, Moist Esports are going to be moving away from Overlook here, and you can see quite rightly so. Jailings looking for a little bit more of a comfortable game than they had in that game.
Yo, $15?
In and around that height of Epicenter that we were kind of hinting at.
Actually, $15.
Maybe they're going to try and play for the height and the distance, and exactly what they're going to do. But the only problem is with the passive from Valkyrie.
Yo, I expected like $50 or something.
When Noises was back on IG, he knew everything about World's Edge, and they were one of the best World's Edge teams that we had in any region, but they haven't really been able to replicate that success ever since this Jailings roster was formed. The addition of Nags, of course, an incredible Slayer, just being able to put so much output when it comes to his DPS, but they are going to be playing a more conservative type of formula here, just having the Watson available to get a little bit more defensive, and then the Crypto, I suppose when you need it, you can get offensive as well, just having that drone to send out, get the EMP on the go, so it's a little bit of both.
Offensive with the EMP, but not with your gun, because you're going to be stuck in your iPad. But Dark Zero, they're already making a quick rotate as well from Harvester. They're moving their way past Fragment, pretty much to where they died in that last game, just outside of the Overlook Tunnel. Team Singularity, you can see they're set up here. They're going to be playing for the long game in this little snake building themselves, which is certainly where we have seen some of these zones finish before, but I think Moist are in a great spot. FaZe and Complexity, we talked about them as well. They're trying to play the height for as long as possible in this situation. And speaking of DZ, look at this. Flashbacks, I'm sure, going back through the tunnel this time.
Yeah, it's a very similar rotation for Dark Zero because the pathing of the circle was almost identical for the initial, so they were already moving that way. But now they're going to have to realize that when these kills start to flood in, when that round one does closes, they will realize they have to go a little bit more north. They were far quicker at going across to this eastern side this time. They didn't take that fight with Pioneers, which I think, even though it was good they got those initial kills, it slowed them down quite a lot in map number 1.
We're looking at elsewhere. Dojo, they're currently crafting, I think, over at Climatizer. Oh, excuse me. Climatizer, they're nowhere near Climatizer. At Harvester at the moment. Alliance making their way towards staging, so they're kind of having to play edge again. A pretty tough zone for Alliance to access once more. Ironblood Gaming, the same could be said for them. Overx, interestingly, holding down the Vault Tunnel at the moment between Geyser and Overlook, but Complexity, one of the teams we were talking about, holding down this height. This is where we have seen endgames before, and having that information early on in this game might really pay dividends for them towards the end.
So I am noticing on my map overhead, one team who's trying to go a little bit outside the box, Tom Young Kung. They've managed to get above the likes of FaZe, of Complexity, who were holding that high ground that you were talking of. And maybe if Tom Young Kung can surprise one of them, they can steal that position away from them. But suddenly we start to see a little bit of commotion happening as all the teams are sussing one another out. Who's where, what kind of comps have you got, what legends, what utility are you going to have to use against us? as Dark Zero are still trying to make their way ever so slightly north. I think what Dark Zero have done well here, they don't have ring information, but they're very aware of the movements around them. They're keeping an eye on the teams that have been able to go northeast, and Dark Zero kind of shadowing people at the moment.
Yeah, also taking the height as well on the very eastern side of this zone. This is such a difficult spot to play, and with everyone starting to stack up a little bit later on, Dark Zeros have some premium position with the geometry to fire down on anyone who's trying to rotate across that open area, or anyone who's maybe taking a fight themselves that they can see as an opportunity to third party, especially with Zainu taking this height as well. They're going to have some great lines of sight. Elsewhere though, we've got NRG in a fight, and it's Alliance who are trying to push them back.
NRG versus Alliance, but Dojo is in
Yo, Alliance. Sorry guys, I need to order some food.
Any sort of knocks going down, so you've got to be careful if you're either teams, and you also would expect a potential push from the likes of Dojo. They could be coming on this rotation.
Yo, Alliance. Mandy?
Oh
no, he's hacked.
Oh, this is gonna cook.
I tell you what.
That bug again.
90 bomb. Where's the second one though? Does he get the damage? There's a couple of Hackis, but look at the movement from Hackis. Forget about your
who are they
fighting? On the high ground. Nathan goes down. Hackis.
Oh,
that is
NRG.
an unbelievable play.
But now the Dojo are starting to have a little peek at this one, getting involved as they add to the damage. You can see Timmy's just taken down Sweet, and now NRG have lost 2, so Alliance are going to still be healthy. Dojo, of course, are healthy because they're the last arrivals, but NRG are the biggest losers of this fight.
Looks like Alliance all up on the high ground now. Timmy does get the finish onto Sweet as well, and look at Designful. Look at him taking this angle.
Okay.
If he can hit the black hole here, he might be able to suck all of Alliance into it and cause so much damage. 38, the only damage that's coming in though, it's not huge. Complexity eliminated in the meantime in our kill feed. Somewhat of a surprise as Designful has taken the height.
Yeah, it was
okay, I'm back. I'm back, sorry.
Designful gets one onto Yuki, and now Dojo, they have the complete advantage here against Alliance. Timmy took so much damage, but then was able to back off and get that bat in, and then it meant that Dojo just had the extra player on the map. But now
Monday is gone.
Can hold on as a 2.
Well, they did get the reds. They actually got Yuki back to his feet, so I'm not sure if the Dojo have managed to push the issue quick enough to make this a straight 3v2. So that's why you're seeing them just take their time here, make sure that they're in a position to get healthy before they re-engage with this fight. Still got a minute or so until that zone starts to close, so they're not going to be forced to make a play, and Alliance are indeed back to a full 3.
And if you're wondering, well, where are NRG? Are NRG getting involved? No, NRG are gone. They, as a 2, decided to escape and just try and play their lives, and maybe if they got that banner, potentially go for a res over towards Skyhook. And if they've done things as a 2 before in game 1, no reason why they can't. And you can see they do have Sweet's banner, so they can definitely get him back over towards Skyhook, just as the Pioneers did in the game before.
It's almost a complete reverse of what we saw a few moments ago, or should I say, exactly what we saw position-wise from Alliance. Mandy, once again, excuse me, Hackis on our screen. I was misled by the play.
Dude, the casters too.
Maybe force the team off of height, but the Dojo still on the hunt here. You can see they love to fight. They're
Dude,
never afraid to
now they need to fix that. Even the casters said.
So. Skyhook to get that res, by the way, is because they went there to stop the
Dude, how do you mess up the main teams? I mean, they're the star team.
They would have been a little bit more healthy. They would have had plenty more utility to go with, but it's something for them to at least have some confidence. As this landslide fight is kind of stalled, it's died out a little bit, but the circle coming in may speed things up.
Evac tower. Evac tower going to be used by Alliance, and they've decided, you know what, we don't want none. We're out of here. We're going to try and reroute and replan how we want to approach this zone, and they're going to take a Harvester rotation instead. Should be a pretty clear move for them. Dojo kind of win the battle of landslides, you would say. Coming in as that initial third party, they got some KP out of it, and now they'll be able to rotate and, more importantly,
yo, Andrew, maybe they needed to hire you for the this whole stream thing. You wouldn't fucked up.
They should have a comfortable old journey up to Fragment at the very least, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult when they start to get further northeast.
Yeah, the face counts are always fucked up.
Third in the last game, they really showed us what they were made of, and they had an incredible journey all the way down from the southwest side as well. It looks like they've been able to find themselves in a somewhat comfortable position, but there is a lot of teams on this eastern side at the moment. You've got Gambari Otazan, you've got Enterforce 36, you've got Pulverix, they're all around Dark Zero as well. So when this circle does close, this eastern side is going to be terrible for everyone involved.
So many different elevation changes as well. Dark Zero, I think, are holding the highest of the high grounds, where if a fight does break out to their south, as you can see on our map overhead, they will be able to swoop in and clean that up extremely easily. The only problem is you got to do it quick enough that you don't give that spot up.
Dude, Darzero have a good position. Ooh, they are fighting. They are fighting. They are fighting.
Not as good as it was a few moments ago. Moist Esports though, dropping over at Overlook. They are slap bang inside of that zone.
And also Tom Young Kung, remember they dropped at Skyhook. And they were a team over towards Trials who were able to go all the way around and get the northern side and ensure that they can now hold what is one of the best positions in the map.
The mainstream I think is better now. They actually change to the good parts. They are so done. They are so done. Yeah. Dude, what are you talking about?
Zero with the Arc Star to Shunmi. Incredible from Dark Zero. They were more than prepared for that fight.
Dude, it was like a pop for them.
You have that fuse on your team, so you can just pelt grenades into your enemies' faces. As now we're going to see Zane, Dalanaski move on in. The KC Pioneers, are they going to be able to find a home? The Newcastle to make sure they can create their own home. Homes under the hammer.
Jinaski is so chill. He looks like he wants to crack a joke or something.
Good job, guys. We're cool.
He's so funny, I swear.
17 squads still remaining, by the way, so this is certainly going to be a game that's going to explode to life when that next zone does close, with everybody being forced in. Still a lot of room to play in and around the climatizer kind of, around the epicenter high grounds. As Dojo, who we saw a little bit earlier involved with the fight with NRG, well, look who's on our screen right now. Designful does get a knock as well.
Dojo is playing really... I mean, better than I expected. Maybe they really have a chance of winning.
He went down to the ring, which is not good, and Alliance are going to now have to work as a 2, because Alliance will lose one to the ring, because they've had such a tough journey going through Fragment, and they're going to get held out as well. All these teams on this western side are going to get held out as, again, Yuki's gone down to the ring. Nathan's, though, just gone down elsewhere as NRG are trying to move through.
Trying to move down, and interestingly for Alliance,
yeah, they are in Birmingham. Yep, I said it. I managed to pronounce the city.
Ironblood looking to finish off the pieces at the moment. We'll have to go back just to make sure that they're safe as that zone does start to close, but it looks like Alliance will have to play this one out. As a solo player, the ring was a problem for them, and it's interesting to see why that decision was made, because they wrapped all the way around, remember. Made that Harvester rotate, but they just didn't have the meds to make it.
Yeah, Dojo will be more than happy because it was 2 free KP for the Dojo players, who are now going to be in a very tough scrap here with Ironblood Gaming. Alliance maybe will take a look at it, or at least the last remaining player is Designful is going to be the first to fall.
I was going to say, Enemy was just trying to see if he could find anywhere to play there that was going to be safe. The answer was no for a few seconds. NRG eliminated. In the meantime, it won't be back-to-back for the team who dropped a huge amount of points in our game number 1. They might be able to get the res here, though, Dojo, with that cat wall going down elsewhere, just outside. You can see a couple of teams starting to get into a little bit of a scuffle.
Dojo doing so well to stay alive as a 3 at the moment, and actually just really covering each other's bases, making sure those bait and switch goes down well, but Designful tries to push in, does manage to stay alive, Enemy alongside him. Something going into the lava here.
Might be a little bit of a surprise on the low ground for them as well. There's a team on that bridge. That's going to be Blackhand who are looking at them. Ironblood Gaming looking to clean up this damage at the moment.
He's gone.
But the comps that these teams are playing at the moment, it's so
Enemy
difficult
down.
to get a clean fight. You're going to be constantly stalled by smokes,
Please
by
left, Timmy.
by catalyst queues. All of these things make it so difficult to get that clean finish on a player.
And I really wonder if these fights are just going to be in vain anyway, because you are going to have to push up as round 4 closes. Gambare Otazan get taken down. We're now 15 squads remaining. Every team has gained 1 placement point, so at least that's something to add to the tally here in map number 2. But all these teams on the western side are going to have to suddenly force themselves northeast, and there are going to be...
Yo, Darzero is fighting. Alliance eliminated. Darzero pushing. Oh. Actually. Oh, yeah, they managed. They managed to kill them. Nice. Dude, I don't know how they do it. It seems like they will die, but they win. Then. Yo, the camera is fucked up here too. Okay, they are safe. They are safe now.
There's a fucking 60
I need energy if you guys have. Like, I need.
Yo, I like the new haircut from John Burden. He dyed his hair or?
Yeah, I get it 15. I get it 15.
I'm swinging it backside.
Real nice. Real
Coming
nice.
themselves in the northwest side, as do Pioneers and Tom Young Kung, who made that giant rotation all the way from Trials over towards Climatizer, and they find themselves in a good spot. Now, FC Destroy, who have held this southern zone for quite some time.
Dude, I don't know any team besides the top 4 or 5 teams.
And get past Singularity and Dark Zero here.
Well, Yuka, Heradator is going to be asking his teammates if they've got any heavy ammo right now, because he's only got 6 bullets left for that Hemlock, and that, even though it might chip away at some shields, isn't going to be really enough to do some damage if they do have to
If they
rotate
win
across
another lane,
the
I'm
team.
shaving my head.
This is the zone though. This is where we expect
Dude,
teams to be taking
charge
that final fight, and
your
Pioneers
shaver.
still stuck under this building, but they're quite comfortable being there.
Yeah, Pioneers were delighted with that rotation. It's an interesting game, isn't it, where you haven't taken a fight, but you can be absolutely ecstatic with the fact that you have been able to make what seems like the perfect move. And when you see that circle then coming towards you, it just seems like you are being rewarded even more and more for making that risky move. But having Turdell on the Newcastle here means that they can continue to make that fake cover and can be a real threat in this.
Yo, Dark Zero finding again.
Singularity and FC Destroy, they're having a...
Yeah, I'm trying.
They are pushing.
Batting. That team behind us here. Pull. Kill him, turn around. They're right here.
Not from behind. Not from behind.
Look at him.
We gotta walk in.
Oh, no, down one.
No, it's fine. Chill. On me.
With you.
Yo, this is John Burden.
I'm looking. Left side died.
I wanted to say that Sino has really awesome aim, but then I saw it's actually John.
I have one as well. Are they still behind there?
Yeah, they are. They're safe here.
Are they still here though?
No, I think they're not there. Unless they're the team, they're the same team.
Come over, by the way.
Should we play
You
new or
don't
no?
need to. I mean, yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna play here so they can't stretch us. Me and Jen should probably both do that.
Okay.
There on Dark Zero's POV, where that circle's going to be moving, almost bang center of this current zone, slightly north, but pretty much central, where everyone is going to have to move. But the teams that have to move first, FaZe and J-Lings, Pioneers, Tom.
Yo, Pioneers stayed here the whole game. They actually got the zone perfectly.
Trying to climb up as well, and it looks like it might be a long way up for them. Can they make it? That's the question.
Yo,
Or they're just
FaZe.
trying to say undetected for now. Well, the security camera comes out from Noises with that drone, and he's going to give away their position. This should be an opportunity for J-Lings to pick up some KP.
Yeah, I think that when J-Lings saw that this is a 2 from FaZe, they may try and just get this wipe, because then they will dominate the southwest side. It's going to be a far easier last circle for them if they can take out FaZe here. Otherwise, FaZe could shoot them in the back.
Well, Nags has also got a Prowler from that care package, so he should be able to make quick work of them. There's Phony Head, he's going to go down, and look at that. Kill feed.
White armor.
Prowler. That's exactly
Seriously?
what you want to see as Snipedown's just trying to survive.
Dude, I feel so bad for Snipe. I miss the old days.
Forget about it, because they have a chance to move up on this circle, and Tom Young Kung now trying to press on the likes of Dark Zero, who are going to be pushing into those areas as well.
Was Dark Zero trying to survive here as Tom Young Kung
Yeah,
take this high ground.
eliminated.
FaZe have been eliminated. Speaking of Dark Zero, we have a listen-in available as they look to pick up their first win. Let's jump over to Dark Zero and hear the comms.
Didn't they say they will give the comms? Oh yeah.
Yeah, watch it. Come on. Swing it with you.
He's jumping on them. I suck him.
They jumped.
Kill left.
Look, left maybe.
Fuse damage. Take on lead.
Playing on you. Here, here. Nice, good ball. Swing
I'm
this.
chilling a bit.
Oh.
Come on.
I'm batting.
Okay, we're chilling. Chill, Lion. Chill.
Again, chill.
Okay, let's go. Chill. Batting. Chilling.
I'm
Chill.
Shoot us up. I don't have
Other
any
team's
there.
on the left side. We gotta make sure that team dies though.
I need lighter heavy now.
Here.
I need heavy too.
Here.
Jet take. Yeah.
We gotta slide forward. The team's on our left.
Get him down.
Slide on me now.
Yeah. Doing it. One at height.
Chris on me. 70.
150. Get a swing.
I keep chill. Bring back drone. AMP.
We're gonna swing up.
They gotta swing. Chill.
Yep.
They're fighting each other. I'm taking them all. They're right there. Can. I'm picking Jen.
Above. Armor soft.
He died before landing.
You win this.
Oh, such a good spot.
On me.
Get the
What?
Close, but not quite close enough. Dark
so
Zero
close.
come in second because it's Jailings who take home the win in game number 2.
I feel like I've got the opposite of a caster curse.
Whoa, whose grandpa is that?
Then I say, let's look at Jailings, and suddenly
That's Jen,
both
grandpa?
teams have found victories, but quite rightly so that Jailings do get a win on the board. They have looked fantastic in World's Edge scrims, and maybe looking like the team they once were back on IMG.
Dude, that was so close.
Play this map, but I think they were just waiting to try and find
I think there was
it
was just one bullet difference, one or two bullets difference. Yo, that's Jen, grandpa.
Finding a W, but Dark Zero still putting big points on the board and showing great consistency.
Yeah, so close to winning that game as well, but it is going to be Jailings who step up for Europe in game number 2. And one thing I liked about how Jailings approached that end zone as well, they weren't afraid to engage. Sometimes we talked about Jailings sometimes being a little bit too passive when it comes to those end games. They're waiting for almost too perfect a moment instead of trying to create one themselves by outputting damage. You saw Nags going in there. The Prowler is certainly going to help in those situations.
No, it's not
but I think
Jen.
just being a little bit more
that.
proactive certainly helped them close out that end game.
Well, it was something that happened off screen as well in the early stages where Jailings were able to force
Yusha,
the
no
likes of
problem.
team out of their position, win that engagement, and take that northern side alongside the likes of FaZe. And ever since then, they had one of the more commanding positions of the map, and it was how they played it afterwards. Slow when they needed to, but also, as you say, aggressive at the right times, which is usually the perfect blend for winning a game of Apex Legends. A chance to look back at this final circle from Jailings' point of view, as of course we were on board with Dark Zero throughout that one. Catwall being down,
Yo, let's see
just had to hold
their
out and
POV.
wait to get any sort of info before
They got
really get
such a
involved.
nice
This side
position.
all to themselves, you can see, just making sure that they get
Yeah.
poked and prodded. You see a few Horizon Qs being shown, thrown down.
They got a good
More than
position.
aware of that situation. The question is, did they have an EMP to use? Was it just a case of peaking the right moment? And it looks like that might have been the case. Surviving long enough to be the third party in these situations, Dan, that is the secret of winning games of Apex Legends.
Yeah, survive, use the Dark Veils to your advantage, and then as soon as they drop, you really have to know where other people
They
are
EMP
gonna be. So if you
themselves.
have got any sort of info, you have to relay that to the rest of the
Okay,
team.
that's
And then as soon
pro
as
play, I
players
guess.
get eliminated, it was this damage right straight away, getting that first knock, which was massive for Jailings. And as soon as they did have that advantage, you'd imagine they were confident, you'd imagine they were comfortable, and it was just a matter of playing the circle, using it to their advantage, and forcing Dark Zero into a sticky spot.
Yeah, really impressive stuff from Nags there. The controller player at the end doing what is required of him, hitting the shots to give them that win.
Okay,
25
let's
points
see
overall after the 13 kill win
the
for Jailings. Dark
placement.
Zero just in behind them though, 14 kills for them, end up with 23.
And as I mentioned in those international scrims, it was Dark Zero just dominating, taking so much points, but it was Jailings who were kind
Okay,
of second
Energy
behind them,
on the
still
first
finding
place, Dark Zero
those
on
consistent
second.
games. So it did have me curious.
Okay,
can they
the Dojo on
replicate that
6th.
when it comes to tournament play? 'Cause
Nice.
It's all well and good talking about scrims. A very different
Yo,
manner of
FaZe on
style that you
12.
play when you
Okay.
come into tournaments here. You probably don't take as much risks
What?
as you do in scrims.
Alliance
You probably are
on
gonna be a little bit more conservative,
18th place?
holding yourself back at times, and Jailings perhaps taking advantage of that.
And Kick doesn't have any points. Dude.
Third place there, they put 8 points, but the position they
Wake
found themselves
up.
in didn't really give them many lines of sight to pick up KP towards that end game of teams.
Dude, actually 0
So
points
you can
in 2
understand
games.
why their score looks the way it does. Great placement, but just not the kills to go alongside it.
And as you look at the bottom half again, it was a tough old start for
Yo,
King.
Alliance
I'm very
didn't
concerned about their tournament
get
with the
any-
amount of contests they
just
had
1
at Lava
point?
Siphon throughout the day. Complexity
What?
also were taking
Is this
out
true?
one of those teams that I said
Is this
Jailings
bug?
were focusing on in the early stages. This is the lay of the
Yeah,
land,
honestly,
though.
Kick
NRG on
are a
32,
joke.
Dark Zero just behind them on 30, and Jailings starting to close that gap on 26 as well. Now Tom Young-Cutton, they're a team without a victory that still find themselves very much in the runnings in these groups.
They certainly do. Those top 4 separating themselves from the rest of the pack at the moment, but that always gives you an indication if
Yeah.
you're one of those teams who's had a little
Yeah,
bit of
I
a slow
mean,
start, that one big game and all of a
it
sudden
seems
you fly
so hard
on those leaderboards
for
towards
Mendy
the top,
to
and there is the
sub.
family members of Dark
I
Zero,
mean,
the
he
biggest
wasn't
fans
there
that you
in
could possibly want.
when they
You've got your family coming
practice
out to support
and
you and play
all
really
of that
well.
training
Put
before
smiles on
the
faces.
tournament.
Consistent. They've got into pretty much both of the final circles. The first one didn't
He
quite
was
go so well.
also
The second one
so
close.
short
But I
notice
think that they will probably feel like
about
they
this.
could have won it if they had done maybe just some small adjustments, but it's one of those things that happen. It was the damage that was initially taken.
But
Very
yeah,
difficult to recover
I didn't
from
think
that. That's what we expect
they
from
were
Dark
doing
Zero.
so bad.
They are one of, if not the most consistent Apex Legends team we have alongside TSM.
Phase
They are the 2
kills,
front runners
8
in the tournament
points.
without a shadow of a doubt. There may have been, you know, you kind of
Yep.
scratch your head a little bit if we suddenly saw TSM and Dark Zero both struggling today.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
both
yeah.
looked good.
And also, you can see Zero Type in there. He's, shall we say, performing some psychological.
Okay, let's check. Nice wig.
Okay.
I mean, it technically is across the street.
Yeah, true. Not wrong.
Let's see what the boys are saying.
Not setting anything up, bro. Not Hollywood. Oh, what is Sweet saying in the chat here? Game crash, hard stuck FPS for 3 minutes, never paused. That's a certified ALGS admin classic.
Dude, why is Sweet
My
playing?
shit's been sticking to 100 multiple times. Played out Saints monitor for the first minute of game 1. No Watson 0. Who is Newcastle Watts? I don't fucking know. They were not having fun. I mean, we saw that, bro. 0 and the boys were just torching their shit with the RV in the RV with the knuckle fucks, man. I love when people think Watson counters Fuse.
Yeah, the Alliance is missing
Maybe in some situations,
the controller.
It could help.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Goat. Is that Monster? Mango?
I don't know if it's the mango one.
Yo, that flavor
Juiced one. I don't know what that is.
from Monsters, the mango one,
A lot?
it's so good.
Bro, just drinking. Already had so much. What is how much?
Yo, what's going on the mainstream?
How much?
Yo, with the people?
That. And that. That's it.
Good job.
Let's go.
We're within the first 30 people in the day, so you're going to have loot box.
All right. So if you're one
Watching
of the first
that.
30 people in the day to complete all your passport, you get a secret prize. Let's see what we got. We got an exclusive ALGS Nessie Golden with the little crown and some Apex tokens up in here to win some more prizes. Come get yours.
How you do that? Dude, if you are at ALGS, go right now. Go, run.
First 30 people get it. Are you off? You really want one? Okay. Oh, he's not joking. He's actually left, so that's good. All right. Well, ALGS just with Dan Gaskett because
This is the format where you have to get qualifying points and then win. Yeah. You need to have at least 50 points to classify for match point, and then if you get a win, you win. Yeah.
Excuse me, comfort below one of the two.
Getting weirder.
Fine.
But look at that thing, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Dude,
Of course, if
I
you
want
want
that
one of
Nessie.
you can fill out the passport, they are available here, so you can go pick one
Guys,
up,
why?
and they are
What do you think?
extremely
I
good
should
on
get a Nessie?
on the FaZe desk right here, and certainly maybe something that can get the confidence going here for FaZe, because a little bit of a slow start for them so far.
Yeah, they were in one of those positions where they had to kind of stay in their area over towards Climatizer when the circle was pulling towards them, but as a lot of the people started to arrive and they lost their first player, it was just a matter of survival for FaZe. They were never really able to get going or get any kills on board that allowed them to get the shields up and making sure they could be competitive in the final circle. Instead, it was just a matter of avoiding fights, and that's never a fun way to play Apex Legends.
Yeah, and we've got to talk about a little bit about the war that happened over at Landslide early on as well, because
Yes, Nessie is based. What does that mean?
I think we'll want that game back, to say the least. They make a rotate, they don't take the time maybe to craft as much as they would have wanted to, because it looked like they rotate in towards Fragment through Harvester that they decided to take after saying, hey,
Okay, let's check on Nice Week again.
Fully in the chair. I was sliding off. But I extended it. Look, ready? Extend that shit out.
I love the random stories from Nice Week.
I'm chill.
He's doing the most random things.
Ciao, Josh! Chat, can we get some claps in the chat for Josh? Go.
What about Nando?
No, chill. Dude, don't do that shit, man. Don't scoop me either. My friend and I used to go Tostitos scoops. Claps in the chat for Josh. Who said L in the chat? I'm watching you. All right. Well, after game 3, chat, we will update you with the scores, man, on Battlefy. I'm just not going to do that right now. Or actually, I should probably blow it up. One sec. Let's see if I can do that for you guys. I'm going to put up on the other PC. Battlefy, Year 3 Apex. Sweet plays old school RuneScape too. I think Sweet has more hours in old school RuneScape in the last month than he does Apex Legends.
Yeah, true.
That's actually for sure.
Yeah,
I'll put money on that.
100%. Yeah, I will bet that too. Yeah.
That man is a fucking RuneScape fiend.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Game 3.
Agreed.
Energy in first. Dark Zero in second. Jailings in third.
Live streaming is like a dream come true.
Onyx in fifth. Dojo in 6th.
I mean, do you want to
seventh,
be a live streamer?
E36
That's
in
what you mean?
KCP in 9th, and Singularity in 10th. GG's.
Yeah. And I mean, a couple surprising ones on there so far.
Who? Who would you say?
Onic, top 5, surprising me for sure.
Yeah, you think so?
Go up a little bit.
Who is Onic?
J-Link's in 3rd is surprising me too.
TYK as well.
TYK, I think right now 3, 4, 5 is the most surprising for me for sure.
Yeah.
Who is
Onic,
that?
TYK, and J-Links all being in top 5 is pretty crazy to me for sure.
Yeah, surprising because I don't know who
I
they
still don't
are.
really know what to expect from Onic, but I'm definitely curious.
It's
Moist
actually
right now
more
is what?
surprising for me.
17th. That's pretty crazy. If Onic does well and Moist doesn't, I'll be very surprised. For sure. That'll be the most surprising.
Who's in 18th?
18th, I'd be
Alliance?
Alliance in 18th.
Alliance
Yeah.
18th, Complexity 19th.
That's tough too, man. That's so tough.
Mind you, there's still 4 games left, so a lot can change. 1 win, and you're right back up there.
Monsoon, what's your favorite hot pot broth? Honestly curious.
What is that?
Honestly very curious.
For Alliance because they had made such a good push onto NRG, but then the Dojo came to ruin
Yo,
Alliance.
let's watch the highlights.
Dark Zero had that fight on the eastern side, using Zero's fuse as best as they can to get an Arc Star into the face of Shunmi and take down Pulverex. The team I do want to talk about, Tom Young Kung and their consistency at the moment. I was a bit worried they could be targeted with the drop spots that they currently have on both World's Edge and Stormpoint, but in the way they're playing and the points they're picking up, it is not a team you want to fight against. It is definitely not someone you want to try and rip their drop spot
Let's
off
see where
if you are
my
struggling
foot
with
is.
your own, because for teams like Kick, for example, they may want to find a new home as this tournament goes on.
Yeah, you have to keep an eye on what Kick's play is. Alliance eliminated at this point in the game after...
Okay, foot is almost here.
Should we say a miscalculation on meds by the looks of things with that zone coming in. Dark Zero, this fight for the truck was a really important one as well, because this allowed them to be in a position to clear out this side of the zone, and you can see it right here. The Prowler from Jen Burton is always a terrifying thing, but when you are the only team to cover on this side of zone with everybody having a wrap in front of you just to survive, it's pretty much free pickings for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that just accepted their fate a little bit on the southwest side, so they took those fights, they tried to get their KP. In a zone like that, when there's little to play with, you have to be one of the early arrivals, and if you don't have an evac tower to try and go above people, you're probably going to be cannon fodder and taken out by the rest of the lobby. Now, as we got towards the end of the game, Dark Zero, the ones who took out the Homes Under the Hammer team. Unfortunately, Pioneers were not able to create a stable enough house. Dark Zero were not able to capitalize and get a victory. Instead, it was J-Links who held their ground in that final circle, and when you're trying to push over a wall with a ring to your back like that, it's always tough to get involved in an engagement.
You say Homes Under the Hammer, I call them basement dwellers. Oh wow, we all know one of those.
We definitely do.
Dan Gaskin.
That is me, that is I. But I think Pioneers, they might look at that one and say, did we miss an opportunity? We were in a great position. Did we play too passive? Because I think when you have a composition like that and you have a Newcastle,
too passive? Dude, they stayed in one place the whole game. I think that's the definition of passive.
I think they were punished a little bit and maybe caught off guard by a Dark Zero who wanted to get aggressive.
Yeah, Dark Zero never want to shirk away from the opportunity to fight. If they feel it's a fight that is going to be productive for them, either by taking space or clearing a position they believe is one to win a game from. Elsewhere though,
dude, this arena looks so nice. The chairs look way better and comfortable than the last ones.
But also a little bit surprised to see Moist Esports a little bit quiet at the start.
Yeah, very quiet.
No wonder there are more
when you
people.
look across the other groups, it's always going to be trying to find points where they are available. As we can look at a comparison between JMW and
Yo, Jen Burton with the chain.
Two players who are trophy lifters
on the same team.
And it is incredible to see JMW finding success after filling in and being a part of that roster alongside Jen Burton. And it is going to be a chance for Dark Zero to show what they're made of as they try and do it again.
Yeah, interesting to see. No surprise to see the difference, shall we say, in kills, not just because of play style, but also...
Yeah.
Being banned. That means you're not entertained, and I will 100% ban you. Kanish, I'm looking straight at you, kid. Think that shit in the chat. Swear. I'm watching you, bro. Resident Sleeper, you know how boring you're gonna be if I fucking ban your ass, huh?
And you can't even watch the stream then.
And then you can't watch the stream anymore now too. Don't forget, chat. Don't be pieces of shit in chat, by the way. Not saying you're a piece of shit, Kanish. I'm just fucking with you, by the way. It's all good. Love you. But seriously, chill with that. I will say that if you get banned, bro, you can't watch the stream. The B stream will no longer be able to watch for you. And now chat's just spamming Legend Sleeper. You know, I didn't really expect anything less from you guys, for sure. It's all good, though. You know what it is. Vibes.
What the fuck is going on?
Play the best around. All right, well, I'm pretty sure that Sweet PC is broken, for sure. It's got to be that. Where's energy on the thing? Can we see?
Dude, what happened?
Energy top right. No, he's sitting down at his thing. No, he's not.
Gil just said third PC isn't working either. Apparently, it's a power problem.
It's a power problem now? There's no way.
Dude.
We got power issues?
What? Okay. Okay. I clip that. I clip that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he also is he's a chicken nugget. Freck said chicken. Freck said chicken.
It's not even close.
Bro, Freck's actually ready.
He's still going Nuggets.
No, not if we hit the untoasted. Strictly untoasted. Strictly, he's a huge.
Yo, thank you, Hose.
It's his favorite. The Nuggies for sure.
Yo, Chris, I think the tickets are so cheap because they actually want to have an audience.
I know that, man.
On public, to make some noise,
ham and cheese, untoasted.
and not be like the last tournament where the crowd was so silent. I think they have some PC problems. They
Buffalo Wild Wings.
From what I understand, there is some electrical issues. And Sweet PC isn't working properly. From what I heard, I'm not sure. I'm not there, but that's what Nice Week said, and he's there.
I can't agree with that.
Really, I would for sure. I don't think Buffalo Wild Wings is good, man. And that might ruin some sponsorships for me here, and I will take that on the chin. Wingstop, shout out you, but like, I just don't think they're good. Maybe every Buffalo Wild Wings I ever went to was really bad, but bro, I thought they were just literally worse than any Tuzzers. The sauce tasted good, but they never did the sauce right on the wings. It'd be like half of a fucking wing just half sauced. I don't know, man. Yeah, not a fan. The environment at B-Dubs is elite, though. That's the thing. The environment.
Going to watch like a UFC fight there or something?
Yeah, it's elite, bro. Definitely is elite.
We used to go like watch like NBA playoffs there too.
Yeah, that was nice.
Just sit there for a while, couple beers, a bunch of wings.
What does Showdown say? Why is there no one in the crowd, bro? Actually, we have a big, bro. I think people are not realizing that like Birmingham is not like a very. I don't even know if people do. People visit Birmingham. I don't really know.
Bro, it's Wednesday.
That's also that too.
It's literally Wednesday.
Showdown said we sell this out on a Wednesday. There's no way in NA. Bro, there's a lot of people over there. Yeah. Let's see. Oh my God, bro, it's almost full. The bottom half is almost full. I don't know if there's anyone up top. There's a couple people up top too. There's some. I'm not gonna say a lot, but there's some. I mean, bro, like 11. Like, who wants to go? Like, not many people are gonna watch games on a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it goes. It's just life, baby. Let's go, Juicena. Oh, you're gonna pan it? No, it's all good. It's all good.
Dude, they actually have electric problems.
Match number 4. Interesting to see how this game does approach as well, because I was talking about it's a green screen, wing, green card.
Dude, I need to put a button to change my camera.
It'll be nice when they do turn up to an event.
If you think you see someone like him, it's not like him. Yeah.
One day they'll turn up and it'll be great to see Wig and
Wait
Green,
a minute.
Unfortunately not today and not here in the championships. But it is a good green screen.
By the way,
shortcuts.
Before the next match, I'm bringing fresh pairs of socks for everyone, because the amount of times I see socks on that main stage, and let me tell you,
I forgot how I do this.
You can tell the difference between those who wash their own socks and And those who have mothers at home,
big.
then watch theirs as well.
Someone was caught off guard. Oh, yes, care for the Nessie.
Oh,
love the Nessie.
Baby.
Oh, cutie.
Nice.
Big F-Champ fan as well, understandably so, but that's how you should treat your Nessie, everyone.
I was able to get one of those when I was in Japan, by the way. I got it cheeky, I got it early.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Maybe I feel like I'm an influencer.
It's a very
now.
you thing
it is.
to highlight.
I feel like I'm an influencer because now they're here and they're exclusive at Birmingham.
Maybe it's because people saw you with one.
Like, that's what I'm saying, I'm an influencer nowadays.
Well, good news, everybody. Enough of us talking. Game's loading in the background. It's almost time for us to get back on the World's Edge and almost time for us to see how World's Edge will finish up before we head over
let's
to
see
Stormpoint.
what I've done.
And I gotta say, there's a couple of teams at the bottom of
and
that
if I
table
press
who
F6,
thinking we need a game here, Dan. We need some points on the board.
Oh, they need something. I think the saving grace is perhaps that game 1 and 2 was pretty much gobbled up by a few teams when it comes to those points. Not much to kind of split 5th onward. Maybe 4 or 5 points here or there from a couple of fights and a couple of engagements. You can hurtle yourself up those leaderboards. Hello, mate. If you are able to get a big game.
What, Geezer?
What, buddy? How's it going?
Well, Alliance, a couple of quiet games for them, but I did mention they've been pretty rough zones for them to have to navigate. Dojo, a couple of good fights. Obviously winning that contest 2-0 at the moment, so something good for them to talk about and think about. And finally, we're heading towards match 3, everybody. It's time for us to see World's Edge for the last time between these two groups. See how it goes.
See if there's any drastic changes that we can notice in compositions, as well as the players fill in which legends they're going to be competing on. But I imagine this early in the tournament, you are not going to see too many changes. It might be later on as you get into the elimination bracket, perhaps their teams might start to change things.
I'm so lost.
Panic mode and either want to go back to something more familiar or try and go drastic changes to change the meta and maybe find that one legend that could be the difference maker.
So,
a little bit of Bloodhound, quite a lot of Fuse. A little bit of Newcastle, a little bit of Crypto, but nothing too crazy in this lobby to talk about. I think Pioneers with that Newcastle composition probably the standout.
F4.
But the game is live and the dropship is flying straight over World's Edge. It's going to be similar flight path to what we saw in game number 1 with Moist Esports able to hit the ground almost immediately at Overlook, moving from west to east.
Yeah, now we're going to see a similar circle again. That's going to be the biggest question I have. And is it going to be a matter of 3 for 3 for Dojo against
I'm muted.
Which keeps on happening. And it seems to be constantly going much better for Dojo, who have been able to find guns, whereas a couple of times
Kick is contesting again.
Haven't even had a weapon.
No way, right? That's their strategy.
But now not so confident. They lose
it
the
seems
first,
like
and that's going to be now a 2v3 situation. Kick get the advantage.
So can Kick make this count and finally get a little bit of revenge
Sorry if
here?
that was too loud.
Going into game number 3 and maybe get something going, because if they are able to win this engagement, this is going to be their first chance at actually getting some points on the board. If you can find yourself into the top 5 after getting a win. Hold up a minute. What's going on?
Sorry for eating one stream, dude.
Dark Zero having a little peek towards Lava Siphon, but doesn't look like they hear enough commotion to get engaged just yet.
They'll be back.
Oh, gunshots.
Oh yeah, this is spicy.
Trying to hold this position. Oh, there's some nice shots coming in from Designful with that wingman to make things a bit interesting. Designful got them all last time, can't do it this time. It's all up to Timmy. Timmy puts him to sleep, but here come Dark Zero, you little what's-its.
What?
You little
Dark Zero?
rascals, the Dark Zero boys
Contesting
are gonna
Dojo?
come from down under and make sure they pick up any sort of pieces here, and that's going to be
that's
frustrating
dirty.
for Dojo because
That's
they've done so
dirty
well to
from
win
them.
that engagement in a 2 versus 3, but that's always the problem of being in a contest. Everyone knows you're contesting, everyone knows you're available for maybe getting that last little bit of damage, and both Dojo and Kick taken out of the game.
Say what you want about it, in my opinion that's very smart.
They
Dark
did
Zero,
him
3K
dirty.
beat for them, easy to pick up, and now they can pick up all the loot as well from one of the highest tiered loot you're going to have in Lava Siphon. One of the best POIs with the best loot, you're going to be able to leave feeling extremely strong. The only problem is they now have to change their rotate. We're going to be heading right towards the northwest of the map. Always takes me a second there just to get
Yo, Anthony, you are at lane right now?
It's a struggle. but we are going to see a little bit of countdown and going maybe towards the back of Trials.
Well, it is going to be a chance for Tom Young Kung, a team that I said have been doing very well and making sure that they are rotating accordingly to the further circles, but now this is a circle right next to them over towards Trials, and they were in 4th position. They were able to hold down that consistency, and now they might be able to pick up some big points here if they are able to survive. But KCP were having a little peek at them and maybe could try and get involved in a fight here.
Mike got a little armor check as well. You can see that all blue for Pioneers. There's only 1 purple alongside the 2 whites. So that's why Sir Dell is going to get the castle wall down and think about hitting a few shots to just maybe double up on that armor check to see if there are a couple of whites that they will be able to play off, because that's the building that they want to maybe take off of them towards this end game. This is a difficult spot to hold for, I would say, the long game, just because you've got essentially no cover over your head. It's kind of just dipping and diving around the bins, as NRG have a little poke here at Lava Fisher as well.
Well, I guess we're seeing KCP trying to set up, use the castle wall to give them that extra little bit of cover, and they'll try and reside there, but you're completely right. You can be vulnerable to a lot of damage coming from several different areas, so they'll have to play that one careful. But all these teams are going to be moving up through Lava Fisher, through Countdown to try and get to this northwestern side. So finally, all those teams who have been on the west, having to have the treacherous journey across World's Edge to the east, they get rewarded for their patience.
Staging did have a ring console as well, so that's why you're seeing NRG in this position early on. And you can tell how quickly they're rotating as well. Nathan having to hit the replicator to make sure that they can get a little bit of extra loot as well.
It was another reason why Dark Zero quickly pushed out of their drop spot and went towards Lava Siphon. They got the ring console at Lava, so not only did they get the extra KP, but they're also able to get ring console information so they can make their rotation. So a very, well, it's a very deliberate decision from Dark Zero. They maybe wouldn't have gone for it if they had had a ring console to work with at their drop, but they are forced into it a little bit, and they thought, you know what, we could get very much rewarded here.
I mean, Dark Zero are going to come out of this with some serious loot if nobody's rotated through Harvester as well. They're at Harvester at the moment, and obviously you have that high-tier loot pool down the bottom that they will be picking up on their way through, so they could be in a really dangerous spot for the rest of the lobby with the amount of loot that they're going to be able to pick up on their way through. Elsewhere, though, in the northern side of things, we mentioned FaZe. A bit quiet so far. They're working their way through Skyhook. Complexity doing the same, and it'll be interesting to see if Enter Force 36, who are kind of sandwiched between the two that we look at now, will be able to survive long enough and not get run over by one of those teams.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of teams trying to get to that far northwest side by Trials, but those who are arriving a little bit late might just have to take whatever they can in Skyhook or in Countdown, and you just hope then that there's a circle shift if you are one of the late arrivals. But we saw it happen in map number 1 and the difference it could make for those teams who had to go a little bit further on their journey, so it's still very much possible. We'll have to see after Zone 1 closes, those who might be able to get a little bit of ring console information on their way through.
FC Destroyer in a really good spot as well. We do see this zone sometimes pull back towards them, although it's more likely, you would say, to pull to the houses on the back side of this zone, where NRG are looking to maybe take a little bit of a fight now. Alliance coexisting with them, and this is exactly the place I was talking about. Sweet recognizing he believes this is where the end zone is going to be. You control this house, you almost guarantee yourself top 5.
These Arc Stars could be important for NRG, but Nathan's gone down. And now NRG is a 2, but they've done this before. Sweet and Gildersons, they may be able to get the res as well. Alliance, I don't think we'll be able to push up on this one just yet.
I think they're interested though, Alliance. They see that not coming in. They know that they can clear the building. Question is, can they find the bodies? Can they get the kills? All of a sudden, shots coming in from elsewhere. And Alliance might have made a little bit of a mess of this, but no, they hold strong. Alliance will take NRG down. It was a brave play from Alliance.
Good job.
It was a brave play from NRG to try and take this spot.
Dude, that burrito was
spicy. If you win that fight, a lot of the time, you will be the team we're talking about in that endgame.
Well, it was a matter of who could actually see anything, I feel, in that building with the amount of smokes that had gone down. But I think it was just the griefing that happened from a distance, which was a real struggle for NRG. As they tried to make that push, you saw the charge rifle in the kill feed, and they were really damaged in that initial fight. But on this western side, everyone has started to make their way over now. There are a few late arrivals, Gambara Yotazan being one of the later, but there's still teams even further back than them. So as Geo arrive to this southeast side, they could hold Landslide and maybe pick up some teams that are arriving even later.
Dark Zero also taking their time, I think, to craft over at staging, so they're going to be about, if they don't come in with ready evos and like everything gold, I'd be surprised.
Well, Dark Zero should have that. I mean, they were able to get a little bit of damage from what they picked up. And also, they've just had so much time down through Harvester and staging that they're going to have all the goodies in the world that they could want. And there's the map overhead for you. You can see how many teams have made their way onto this western side. A few teams having to just relocate a little bit outside of Lava Fisher and going towards Countdown, but now they're going to see with any ring console information they'll have to move a little bit further west. There's another reason why Dark Zero were waiting down at staging, because now they have that ring console information they were able to gather. This has been a very well-played game from Dark Zero so far. Didn't have the ring console on drop, so they go and push the teams that are contesting. They take the ring console information, they see they've got quite a journey to go, they then loot Harvester, then they loot staging, and then they're rewarded with another ring console to now get...
Yeah, they finally got some points.
Info is not going to be a problem for them. It's execution at this point with so many teams already inside of Lava Fissure. Alliance, one of those teams.
Are the kill points counting, or is like that one rank system where the kills doesn't count until you end up at least in 10th place?
Enough to get that knock and maybe make it a little bit frisky. Tim Burton and Dark Zero, though, they're making their approach now from that low ground. And in front of them is going to be Gambare or Tosano who are holding down this building.
And to make sure I'm not
Dark Zero just need to be careful that they are not having anyone behind them. I think that they waited and they probably, during their rotation, had a little check to the southern side, and they should know that they are going to be mostly safe. It's only Iron Blood Gaming who could potentially throw a spanner in the works if they ever make their rotation on that southern side. But Dark Zero, they've got time to work with here. It's not like they need to force themselves in straight away, but if the gap opens, Dark Zero will take it. The risk would be taking the zip line to try and get underneath teams. You're very vulnerable then, and I don't think they will go for that anytime soon, but it might be a last-minute decision. As I say that, I see on the minimap that Dark Zero have made that decision, and Dark Zero will now find themselves at the bottom of Lava Fissure.
And the Force 36 here, stuck inside of Trials at the moment, and it's FaZe who are kind of holding them out. Both teams kind of in a little bit of a sticky situation because they're both going to have to leave at some point. And looking at the kill feed, you can see that F-Chan has just taken down Jen Burton, so it was a risky play that we saw, and now you can see on our map overhead exactly what we're talking about. Dark Zero down to 2, but they do get that res, so they will... Oh, another player has gone down in the meantime, and it's Jen Burton this time. Should be uncomfortable, though, once again, to get this res off.
So I thought it would be risky. The zip line is always going to be a tough one because it gives such an audio cue to all those teams that are above you. But they now managed to find themselves in one of these donuts, and they've... Even though they're being targeted at the moment, there's a lot of eyes on them. If they can just reset, if they can hold here, and at least they're going to be comfortable for quite some time and should be able to watch a lot of the lobby get wiped out before they arrive to this circle.
Yeah, if you think about inventory as well, we saw them crafting on their way over.
So let's open a map.
They should have a lot to work with, and look at that, Zainu, 14 cells, he's got 4 bats, or did have 4 bats as well.
Okay, so what's the map situation? Alliance, good spot, Dark Zero, good spot. Yeah, and the rest not so good. Okay,
well, in that house
back on the main screen.
We were expecting to be the end game where they're going to be safe for the next zone as well, as Pulverics have a little peek.
So the fights we're expecting in the next circle, FaZe and Tom Young Kung are going to be up towards Trials, Complexity and Enterforce 36 up towards Skyhook. That should be 2 fights that happen, and actually the winners of each fight may end up scrapping against each other with Onyx getting involved as Pulverics. They're under a little bit of distress.
Pulverics taking damage, and you can also see in the kill feed as well that Geo and Dark Zero are having a fight, and oh my goodness, excuse me, it's going to be Dark Zero eliminated here. We talked about how it was a risk to try and take that position
just happened?
Well, it hasn't worked out for them this time. FC Destroy looking for a third-party opportunity here, can't quite get the angles.
Dude, I honestly didn't...
And they're probably asking, well, how was Geo not punished?
I can't clip it.
But no one else wanted to get involved in that fight. As soon as you hear commotion happening in those areas,
What was that? Yeah, it doesn't work.
J-Lings being one of them.
Oh, you got to hope that they haven't got something that can clear you out from this low ground as well, because Monsoon and Luda both got to pop bats, and you can just see the shots flying in, and Cody's trying to do what he can, but look at the frag grenades, they're all
nice
there.
move.
Knuckle Clusts are in as well, and J-Lings say it's time for us to fly, and Complexity, as they fly, Complexity will fall.
Ooh.
Easy as that, 15 squads now remaining, and J-Lings, that was a gift from the heavens. 3 extra KP.
Dude, the guys from J-Lings actually are actually good. I didn't hear about them until now.
J-Lings maybe with an opportunity to top the group at the moment going into Storm Point. They'll be happy at Countdown for now. They don't have that ring console information, so they don't know they're going to have to move a little bit further west. And J-Lings might be able to get another gift here, as Enter Force 36 could be the next team to just feed them a few kills here.
Question is, do they have the grenades available to flush them out of this position? Having just used them all on Complexity, Enter Force 36 should be safe enough for now. Interestingly, kind of mirroring what we just saw from Complexity. And Complexity take the brunt of the utility, and it looks like Enter Force 36 are going to be able to survive because of it.
You almost slept there. You almost did,
I held on.
E36, I think, is the safe option, but when it's there on the screen, you just want to read it as Enter Force 36.
We should just be better.
We should be better, and my tongue and mouth should work more than they do at times, but we will see that FaZe were able to win their engagement up towards Trials. E36 won theirs, and that's why they're now just underneath J-Lings, but Onyx Esports are still in the vicinity and could certainly prove to be a real hindrance.
What teams are left? Let's see. Alliance, still alive. Moist, good. Pioneers. Onyx, FaZe. Dude, FaZe don't have any chance. Pioneers are fighting. Pioneers. Dude. Pioneers, right here.
No one's north.
Okay.
Nothing. They smoked us. I'm getting shot from fucking south now, bro. Like, holy fuck. I literally can't push them or do anything to them, bro. It's the most impossible spot ever.
Wait, I just got kicked from the north side.
Yeah.
We might have to wall play underneath, right?
Yo, they messed up the camera here too.
I have to super bad.
I'm gonna nade the doorway.
Open the range. I'm watching on. They're going one on top of the roof. I'm gonna shoot him. He's going left now. We're fine.
I have them here.
Cat, play for underneath. Okay, I'm briefing them.
I need a balcony.
Okay, coming. What's your left?
I might die.
Dude, so laggy. So laggy.
Put traps. They might be from bottom. Watch out.
I'm healing. I'm wall.
Okay, they have a decent spot here.
They can't get outside. Wait, they're fighting. Horizon to get. Let me move.
Dude.
Naded it. I need it for the door.
Careful. Let the kill.
Coming to you.
Break that with an 8.
Nice.
Oh, no, is it?
Nice.
Break that shit. I'm taking it. Behind us.
Oh shit. They got fucked up. Oh. Nice try.
Oh, he's back! But unfortunately, another team arrives, and it's Tom Youngkung. They come on in to swoop up, pick up the pieces, and get their extra KP.
Pulverex trying to stay alive. One has gone down, and that is going to indicate that it's time to push for the team below them. F-Chan trying to survive. Can he get the bat off? No, he can't. And Saku now left on his own, but you get the feeling this will be the end of Pulverex's game. It is indeed. And just like that, we're down to 7 with FC Destroy coming out on top in this building.
I bet you a Nessie plushie that Alliance win this game. Take it or leave it.
Alliance have a good spot, to be honest. They have a good spot.
Commanding position in the moment, but sometimes when you hold this spot, you can feel a little bit too safe, and it can very much change when two teams arrive at the same time. As
oh, FaZe actually managed to reach the zone. Nice.
Over towards this west
Didn't
side.
think so.
Keep an eye on the northern side so Notception don't come down and ruin you on the tracks.
Yeah, they qualify for
but Alliance are the only team in this circle, whereas we need to
tomorrow.
now see 5 others, make it 6 others.
I don't know how the system works, sorry.
Iron Blood Gaming playing on the outside of Moist Esports right now. They're the team who are inside of this building. The Prowler, though, that could be a difference maker. When you fly in and you do damage like that, surely you've got to push off the back of it, and that is exactly what they're going to do. They get that first knock, but it's exchanged. The damage, though, surely it was done.
Tom Youngkung
a nade right in his head.
But they're all likely going to die as soon as they exit the building, because there's going to be so many eyes on them, and the ring's going to do so much damage. Alliance are still watching from above. FaZe are now making their way on this eastern side, as are
oh, that's FaZe, right?
Gaming are just running and gunning right now.
Zicky, my goodness, that spray was a beautiful thing. Wasn't enough to keep them alive, though. Moist Esports eliminated, Iron Blood eliminated as well. Tom Youngkung once again inside that top 5 or so. FaZe still alive as well, down in this low ground. The only problem here for FaZe, no rising in the comp to get back up high.
Can get back up high.
Actually.
Alliance still trying to hold this house building at the moment. FC Destroyer on the northern side, but Northeption have been able to work their way around all the way on the west, and they've got a little bit of ground to work with here as well. Alliance just have to be careful that the Northeption don't catch them off guard, because Alliance still hold one of the best positions in the game, but this circle is going to end dead center on those tracks.
And if you're not sure, hit the ring console next year. That would be the biggest Giga Chad play ever from Alliance. Pretty sure they know where this one's going to be ending, though, as Yuki goes up onto the height. FC Destroy on the low ground, though, Dan, still holding this building.
If FaZe were able to get up, FaZe could really influence this fight, but FC Destroy now can at least blockade themselves in. Again, it's a composition that will really work out in this endgame. Newcastle and Watson to annoy Alliance, and all the meanwhile, Northeption now probably find themselves in the best position of the game because they have the high ground over these tracks, and they also have a little bit of coverage with these rocks.
Yeah, zone's going to close pretty slowly behind them as well, so they can just wait maybe for a fight to go down. And it's interesting to see that Alliance, I'll tell you what, my plushie is looking good. It's looking pretty good right now. Because if Alliance can't hold this high ground, while everyone moves up, and they take damage from multiple angles, which they are susceptible to, then this could be a bit more difficult.
Snipe holding on.
FaZe survive, but Snipe down as a solo is going to have to do something magical here for FaZe.
FC Destroy did leave, they got away, so Alliance will still hold this side, and Snipe down is going to at least try and rat his way maybe into a top 3. It could be a hindrance, and Northeption and FC Destroy at the moment are fighting one another, and Alliance will take the southern side.
They will, and Snipe down just looked inside that building and was like, oh, no one's here. Well, Northeption make their move now. FC Destroy wiped. They should be able to get the shield swaps pretty comfortably as well. We'll be pretty safe at this point. Hack is trying to take center zone as well, but Hack is going to have to watch his back here because there was a player behind him. Mandy does get the kill though.
Alliance got involved in this fight very early indeed, but they are still alive.
Mandy, how did he do that?
It's Alliance versus FaZe, but it's just one last player remaining. It's a 2 versus 1. It's
Dude.
easily cleaned up. The plushie is alive, and Alliance will take the game and show that they can still get it done. Even with the new player coming in and a substitute playing.
Yo, that beam in the smoke from Haggis was insane.
Rescuing this team when they needed it most.
A big
Yo,
win for
dude,
Alliance
Yuki
as
is
well.
so buffed.
They close out World's Edge with that W. FaZe getting towards that end game as well. I'm pretty sure the Snipe down managed to rat into a second place there as well, which is incredibly impressive from the rotate that they had to make. But, I mean, Alliance stepping up when it matters. And I'm kind of heartbroken that I lost to you. But do you know what? I'm a man of honor. I'll buy one.
To be fair, the odds were very firmly stacked against you when Alliance were the only team in the circle with 8 remaining.
True.
It was looking good for them until FC Destroy then took their building and were residing in their building. It was when FC Destroy decided to leave and take that northern side that it really opened up the game for Alliance. Their only real threat was the last remainders of FaZe. But what Alliance did well is they took the southern side, but they left one player to just challenge Snipe down and say, we're not going to allow you to just surprise us. We're going to keep tabs on you. As soon as they saw all that damage.
Yo, let's check nice wig.
Yeah. If it goes Raven there, I think they lose like literally like last play. Like one of the first.
I mean, that's how they always play any fissure zone. It doesn't matter what ending in fissure, they will always come up from the south side and fight from that cart to that building. They always do it.
They're not wrong.
But so they're gonna pick up 21 points.
Yep.
FaZe gonna pick up 13. Northeption gonna pick up 10. FC Destroy picks up 12. TYK picks up 8.
Yo, FaZe ended in second?
Picking up 4.
Nice.
IBG picks up 4. Pulverex picks up 3. Onyx picks up 6. And Pioneers picking up 3.
The rating is working.
Someone said, whoever called Alliance winning in chat when there was 15 squads up, good for you. I'm impressed. A wholesome chat. I don't know why that makes me smile. Good for you.
Good
All right, well, there we
yeah.
go, chat. That's 3 games on World's Edge, man. We're going to go to Storm Point. And let's get those codes, big dog. We're going to head over to Storm Point now, too. I'll read out the scores. The overall scores heading into the last 3 matches for Group
Is this accurate?
is going to consist of TYK in first place with 33. TYK was not expected out of my book to be first place.
FaZe ended up in 7th place.
in second.
Nice.
Chainlings in 3rd. Dark
Pioneers
Zero in
4th.
13. Alliance in 5th.
Kick.
Onyx in 6th.
Still 0 points.
7th.
Still in 20.
FC Destroy
Nice.
in 8th. Blackhand in 9th. Dojo in 10th. Northeption in 11th. Then Singularity, Pioneers, E36, IBG, Pulverex, Moist, Gambare, Complexity, and Kick. All for Group C versus D. We're going to get these codes, man, then we're going to go. The 1 second chat. Let's make sure we don't miss this lobby real quick. They be starting these things up so fucking fast.
That's how we like it.
Right. I know this might seem like a tenuous link, but it is. And one thing that we love, of course, is the chairs that our players get to sit on, right? And it's a wonderful thing. And the Herman Miller people, the wonderful people that provide these chairs, well, look at them, they're beautiful. The Herman Miller gaming embodied chairs are being used today at this event, Dan. Would you believe it? I believe it. Check out the new colorways on the embodied gaming online. The new colors have a white base with Galaxy and Amethyst upholstery. Be sure to check out.
Gio doesn't want to.
Heirloom embodied chairs
Come on, Gio.
created for this year's
Hi, Gio.
ALGS Champs winning team. If you're wondering what that looks like, by the way, there's one out by the entrance, and it is a thing of beauty.
Well, yeah, it certainly keeps your buttocks nice and joyful throughout any games that you may be playing, but I'm hoping to be playing a lot of Apex Legends when you were able to get one.
Look
if
at him.
maybe we ever get one, Mark, we might have comfy ones too.
You never know. Anyway, that's going to do it all for World's Edge and from ourselves, from the Casters booth. We're going to throw it back to the desk now to let us know
so big
we just saw.
All right, I don't know about you guys, but I was waiting for another desk jump out of Mandy after that. I mean, phenomenal bringing it back out of Alliance for that final game, Vicky.
Yeah, they went from, what, 19th, and they skyrocketed with, like, 9 KP.
I just ate, and I think he
and I believe now they're sitting
likes
in the
how
top
it
5,
is.
top 6. Really highlights how volatile as well our overall standings are after 3 games alone. Very nice to see the difference in comparison to our last 2 groups that we saw play.
And also, Gino, we were talking about this while we were just watching that last game. Huge
if you guys didn't see him.
Yeah, a really good solid effort from those guys as well. Apex South really seem to be showing up so far this tournament, don't they? It's been a very good start from them, known for fragging out.
Now he came back, he wants more.
Pick up a lot of kills,
he got the taste.
As part of their way to the top of those leaderboards.
Now for those first 3 games, Bullet, what moments really stood out for you?
Look, I mean, right there at that end game, I mean, the way Alliance played that map, that was beautiful.
Oh,
you know,
this
they
is
had
Bullet, right?
Playing the pipe. They made sure no teams landed behind them. That was just really nice.
All right, well, you mentioned it, so let's talk about it. That
okay, I think I'm gonna go and make a coffee. I'll leave you guys with the stream.
I know you started, but there's some intricacies we gotta talk about.
For sure, for sure. No, so they just played they played their time. You know, they had the height. They just were sitting there. They were doing damage. They were putting pressure. Made sure nobody else, you know, decided to make an aggressive play against them. That was like really, really nice. And then you'll see, like, towards the end, they managed to wrap the catwall against the train team, and then they just cleaned everyone up. That was so nice.
Moments that jumped out for you, Vicky?
Well, they also had to traverse through that west side of the map. We know that Alliance landing all the way by Thermal and then traveling to the north side allowed them to get on top of this high ground as well. And then going from around the catwalk here, in addition to the smoke, when you're rocking the Digi, they're able to clean up the opposition that was on the other side of this catwall. Then with the black hole, they're controlling so much space without even the catwall that they were utilizing for themselves.
And it's not just, you've got to get around the catwall, right? That's really important because you've got to, like, you've got the gravity lift there, right? That's one way you can get over those catwalls. But if you can save that and just walk around it, it really does give you those extra options because it's a very important piece of utility going into those last fights.
Yeah, just really speaking to Alliance's ability to, in such a short time frame, adapt to having to use that sub, still coming out on top, 9 kills plus the win to close out match number 3, the first half of our series here today. But still some other impressive numbers up here. I mean, FC Destroy 7 kills. We've seen a really phenomenal performance out of, like Gino was saying, so many Apex spots here, Bullet.
Yeah, so I mean, the way FaZe managed to rat their way in, that was so beautiful. Like, you know, playing on the low ground, unable to get up. You know, Snipe managed to get up and he just played it so well with bank smoke.
There's always just like a single tear rolling down your eyes as you're still alive and you're watching your 2 teammates and you're like, I can't help you. I can't res you down there. The right play is to just stay alive and watch them die.
Yeah. Gotta get the points, man.
And you can see just how points top heavy that first page was. Little bit of a sponge going on for those teams there at the top as we take a look at the second page here, Vicky. For surprises for you at the bottom.
Well, we saw what happened at the beginning, all right? It's the elephant in the room. Well, not for me, because I was very sad while Gino was cheering in the talent room. What happened to Dojo after they won another contest between Kick and then Dark Zero saying, hold up real quick, this is some KP that we can clean up. So easy for our last game on World's Edge. So seeing Dojo all the way at 19th, what could have been is the story that we can't see anymore from them.
And it is something that you sometimes see just on the 3rd game of a map, right? Because you do a game 1, game 2, they're expecting it the next time. You come in with one of those unexpected plays on game 3, and it's like, well, see you later, we're on store point now.
Either way, this is where the series stands. Like I said, Tam Yam Kung in first place, 1 point above NRG. Bullet, any other squad jumping out at you, or just how close the series is right now?
Honestly, Jailings have been playing so well. Like, they've been doing so much damage. They've just been like going crazy. It's so nice to see. And the best part is, like, they're playing a bit of an off-meta comp, you know? They're playing Crypto, they're playing Watson, they're playing Valk to capitalize off Crypto scans. Like, you know, they're one of the only teams that are playing that comp, and look at how well they're doing. They're doing such a good job right now.
Well, we're going to have to see what happens now that we have switched maps, or will be switching maps, on over to Stormpoint, see what happens with our squads, where they're able to end up. But we're talking about Alliance a little bit, and nothing is confirmed yet, but if you have seen social media, there may or may not have been a tweet that has gone out. This is probably as good as time as any to talk about it, because I don't know if you guys saw, but Effect has his visa. That's what he has said on. It's not confirmed, but we might be seeing Effect here at Champs, Vicky.
That is so exciting. I mean, now you can see the tweet pulled up on your screen. Shout out to Effect, everybody. Here he comes to Birmingham. We got to see how this plays out too for Alliance. Also, you know, this is group stage. This is the perfect time. If you got your visa now, this is the perfect time to scoop in and take advantage of the rest of the week here.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought there was a little bit of an asterisk on this tournament.
He's coming back. Did you see?
Yeah. Because
Effect is coming back.
In my eyes, the single best player in the last tournament, at the very least, as a fragger. He was just that phenomenal. Looking at those stats, he was so far ahead of the pack, even amongst you know, the elite controller players in this competition. So, look, I honestly never doubted that Alliance would be able to get it into the finals, even without him. Obviously, we just saw, you know, winning games with Mandy, like, you know,
guys, do you know if Mac came to UK to sub for TSM?
The crowd and Alliance,
I remember he said something like this.
I mean, and talk about a great situation to come into. Mandy putting in work, making sure the squad is where they need to be by the time Effect shows up. Bullet, I mean, that's got to feel great for a team. Obviously, you can speak to that experience as a pro.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so nice to see, you know, especially like with Mandy stepping in as a sub, you know, like that's tough. It's not easy to just jump in like that and, you know, perform well. So hats off to Mandy, you know, he stepped in last minute, and yeah, they're pulling it together.
It's crazy that he's a content creator. I mean, obviously he's been a pro in the past, right? But
dude,
you know, to be
Mandy
out of
is
the,
not
you know,
a content creator. He's a professional Apex player.
Yeah, I mean, he's come in with like what, 1-2 weeks of scrims, and look at him go. Like he's going crazy. So yeah, love to see it.
All right, well, we're talking about social media. That means we have to tell all of you to make sure that you're following along with all of our action at Play Apex Esports, because you don't want to miss a single second of what we've got going on here at the ALGS Championship. We have 5 days of competition. Make sure that is where you are. All right, now, we're you didn't, Dia did. Okay, we talked about it before we got into the series. We saw a decent performance out of Team Singularity. Well, I actually got a chance to sit down with Elysium before this competition and talk to him about what it's been like to come back into the fray and how he feels about the squad.
Yo, let's see what.
I said I was hungry, and he just came out the woodwork with snacks.
I know, I was nervous. You have anything you want to say to my chat? Come on over here. We can pass the mic to Joseph now. Joseph has been roasting the food.
Another
here for
mustache.
about 3 days straight. Another mustache.
Go full screen.
Go full screen. Joseph, what do you think about the food here so far?
Oh my God, you gotta put me on blast, dude. I easily had the worst pizza I've ever had in my life. I wouldn't feed it to my dog, my hamster, my goldfish.
Joseph has not been joining any meals here at all.
No.
That steak last night, though.
Was trash.
Trash, yes, it was trash. It was trash. It was so bad.
How do you fuck up a steak?
That's crazy.
The lean
True
cuisine?
though, bro. I'm not kidding. I've never went to a steakhouse and immediately said after that, I want to go to a fast food place instead. I immediately thought, wow, that could have been Nando's.
Yeah, it could have been Nando's.
Yes.
We're wasting our time.
Well, here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing, is that we all got steak, and it was hot as hell in there.
Oh
I had swamp ass the first 30 seconds we walked in there. My thigh was sticking to the chair.
Yeah, when I stood up, bro, it sounded like Velcro ripping off the leather seat. It was bad.
Literally.
It was so bad.
I mean, that seat reminded me of just like being in Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. 100%. You're just stuck. Yeah. They don't want you to leave because the stakes so bad. Then you're going to do a dine and dash, bro, to make you stay on the seat. Not a green screen. Who is that? Hey, it is not. Hey, you need to lift that a little higher.
Yeah, well, that a green screen would say not a green screen.
Someone's got to be a little taller back there. Who is that? Shout out Devin JG. Not a green screen. Devin's got to get some platforms.
He just walked over and just stole his sign.
Yeah. Did you even ask him if you could take it? You just took that shit? That is crazy.
No, I want for reals though. Shout out you guys.
Thanks, bro. We love you, man. Wait, question for you.
Where's Marie in the camera?
If Dojo and Kick contest, who wins? Who wins the first, the 3 games overall?
3 games, next 3 games. I'm gonna say Dojo 2.
Okay, fair. Yeah. Who do you think wins, Dojo or Kick, for the next 3 games if they fight? Dojo? All right, we got 2 Dojo fans. You heard that? EA favoring Dojo, man. Hey, EA, if you're listening to this, you need to give these guys a raise. They're like literally the hardest workers of all time. I will. Literally the hardest workers I know, bro. They love Apex to death. Please give these guys a raise. They're literally the best, bro.
Yeah, Joseph deserves a raise.
Joseph definitely does. So does Shaheen. Now, Shaheen's rich. Nothing, man. You're rich, bro. Good. Shout out to the boys, though, man. We love you, Wig. We love you, too. Oh, they're doing an Elysium interview right now. It's sick. Hell yeah. All right, well, chat. Game 4 should be starting up here in a little bit. We're doing a little break, man. A little pee-pee-poo-poo break. So that's the downtime that's happening right now. That's what happens. Dojo said they're going mill. If they're going mill, they're fighting KCP.
Why they will change that?
Or not.
I think it has to be because DZ's going.
Why they will do that?
I think that's why Enemy put landing mill as like a troll because DZ.
I know Enemy and Dino were close, right? So they're probably just trolling around too anyway. You said you're hungry and you got chips. That's big time.
Listen.
No, I'm not roasting you. It's tough. It's just tough.
Josh is listening to the stream with AirPods on.
Are you actually, Josh?
Absolute goat. I said I was hungry, and he comes out the woodwork with a banana cookie.
Take this one away. Thank you so much, Glitter, and it's always good to hear from Elysium, especially on the main stage. I was talking to Best prior to the champs like just a few days ago, and he was talking about the situation in South America and how dire it is right now for them to perform at champs at the highest level and fly out.
It really is, and what really strikes me about the story of Singularity with the return of Elysium is the story of self-sacrifice that the roster has gone through. Elysium stepping back earlier than he needed to make space for the roster to adjust to Bin, to make sure that they were ready to play at the top level as soon as possible.
Dude, what are they talking about?
So like, I'm down for the camera to be zoomed in more, bro. But like, I don't really think there's a point. This might be better for us though. We'll do this.
What?
If I see 4, you look terrible, and
he had
5,
some
you
buttons
look
there where he can move the camera.
It's getting. I mean,
that's nice.
I just went.
That's a nice setup.
Someone said, "Please zoom out." Throwing up, throwing up, throwing up. You guys help my self-confidence daily. You really make me want to look like a better me because of how bad you tell me I look all the time. Because one day I want to hop on stream and you guys say, "Damn." You're crushing those. Good for you.
They're gone.
Are they good? All right.
Yeah, it's my favorite flavor.
Oh yeah, S&V. Fuck yeah.
Damn, you look not bad. They are trolling.
200K on the gamble built Diffie. God damn.
And now we're moving on to the cookie.
Oh yeah, that's the power. That's the power move right there, bro. That's actually a meal of champions. Chocolate chip cookie. It's really good though. The cookie is good. I will be honest, yeah. 100%.
Yo,
I'm just getting it in before the game starts.
No, it's a good call. 100%, dude.
They starting?
You get to play on the big stage, you still get to play with a squad that you put a lot of time into becoming the best with. Alongside J-Ling's, it was Bullet that talked about it on the desk, but super importantly, being able to take a more active role in the game this time around.
Dude, start the game. What is going on?
Are you getting up to say hi?
No, they're gonna come over and say hi.
What is this?
Chat, we have some devs here. They wanna come say hi?
What is this?
They're coming on the stream, right?
Error claiming.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Hey, Jack. Nice to meet you, man. Hey, nice to meet y'all.
Greek, nice to meet you.
I won't ask you guys too many crazy questions. I'll keep it tame. I won't make you. I won't make you too nervous. Don't worry. Oh, yeah? Oh, my God, thank God, because I was about to scrap that so quick, bro, and make my own real fast, dude. Which one of you made the Nemesis? Come on, man. Listen, we're going to have a chat about the Nemesis tomorrow.
Did him dirty like that.
This is my fucking boy, bro. We'll have a chat about the Nemesis tomorrow. Chat. We're going to be doing some interviews, man. What's your guys' names, too? What's your name again? Eric? And Josh, right? Okay, Eric and Josh, we're going to do some interviews tomorrow with Eric and Josh. You do like the weapons and stuff, correct? And then you do the Battle Royale design. So we got 2 fucking elite devs here that we're going to have a good time talking about. And I'm going to be asking the questions with Greek.
We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty.
We're going to get down to the nitty and gritty. And then tomorrow when you come in, we'll have a headset and everything for you guys. It's going to be fun. We'll make it fun, man. I promise. All right?
It won't be too bad.
Yeah, it won't be too bad. We'll make it that bad. Promise. Good to meet you, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, chat. Game number 4 coming up.
We need an octane buff immediately. If I want to be relevant in the scene again when it comes to ranked, we need an octane buff.
Not gonna happen.
Going to be answered stylistically. Northception really had a distinct
Okay,
way
match
of playing
4.
the game when we got to split 2 playoffs. Different than any other team, different than any other team from APAC North. So, as we jump into it, we'll get to see how that play style ends up cementing itself during the course of these games. Keeping my eye on the Legend Select now. Pioneers electing to go for the Newcastle. We also saw Seer picked up by FaZe. One of the only Seers to be played today in its entirety.
Horizon and Bangalore, everybody. Yeah, and Catalyst. Dude, everybody has the same, they sync up.
Down in a building and throwing down the Newcastle wall is essentially
nice.
lock and load. But this is it, guys. Match number 4, our first one on Storm Point for the second series. And okay, you know what? Happy birthday, Raggy. I saw the sides. I saw it on Apex Wikipedia. We know. I think you're what, like 21? Now you got a party.
Let's hope there's cause for celebration as we jump onto the map, because we did say that C versus D, a little bit higher variance than our first stage matchup of A versus B. Now getting into Storm Point, that is even more of a high variance map. There's the chance for anybody to come out on top, and every point matters when you start thinking about the eventual end of group stage, as strange as it may be to think of that now since we are so close to the beginning.
That is very true, and as we get locked and loaded in the dropship, you can see the trails as our teams are making their way to their POIs. Alliance, though, they're going to have one of the last
Dude, Dojo is really...
You know how long it could take to lightning rod, but let's check in.
Yo, kick, stop contesting. Nice. Finally, a good call.
Now, this is going to come with Crafter, so whoever comes out of this engagement on top is going to benefit really nicely, being able to grab a few more resources before eventually relocating out of Cascade. Kicker playing it pretty slow right now. I'm a little bit concerned for them, of course, as they jump down onto the low ground. But this is the contest we were talking about earlier, Pulverex versus Northception.
It's one for the ages, and Satsuki has taken to the roof trying to make this happen. He literally always lands on this side of Thunderwatch and will loot up on weapons, whereas Ling and Leica will typically land on the other side. But you can see that
yo, what is going on with Dojo?
Over here, they're sticking together, which is smart. You don't want anyone getting caught off guard.
This is such a we are better than you composition as well. When you pick not just Bloodhound, you don't need Bangalore,
Dojo.
We're going Horizon on top of it. It is simply a composition that is meant to frag and use your own tools against you, which is something that Northception have done really well with the...
That's one of those like zone spots that just becomes edge right away. They get slammed.
I think it's fine.
Okay. Fighting over this area, but getting the high ground and forcing Pulverex into an unfavorable position. Even if Leica can connect a couple of those shots to force them to utilize any of the shield cells. You only get 2 off rip, and if you haven't found any, shoot me right now, trying to kind of hold down the push, using the piercing spikes to avoid that from happening. And F-Chan able to kind of hold with the PK, but only has 5 bullets. But this now is a 2v2 situation, and we're going to connect here.
Oh my god. Peacekeeper shots, they get me excited, especially when you're hitting for 90. I'm hitting for 9s more often than not, but it looks like it's working on Pulverex's favor. Getting a quick thirst, a shield swap, and now
they won this.
End of Northception is just like up here. Pulverex gets surgically taken down by that wingman. It is an instrument of precision.
You couldn't even get out with the, this could be the end of North Ebb when Leica just goes pop, pop, pop. I'm not even, you know, Vicky makes better weapons sounds than I
does.
do.
That's, you know,
we'll leave it to her.
She's done her whole education in that.
That's
it's
true.
difficult.
She does have a minor in it.
Yeah, I'm taking summer courses right now to try and make that up, but
Okay,
you know
okay.
what? Trying to make up a
NRG.
little bit of lost time. It seems like NRG are jumping into Cascade, taking out Onyx on their way in. We've still got a few squads left around here as Kick recently relocated out, but ever more so, we've got squads that are crowding into the center of the map as this zone is starting to drag everyone together.
We'll talk about why NRG has actually already rotated through Cascade Falls. They land in checkpoint, they had the ring console available, and as soon as they grabbed that information, they made their rotation straight out to it. The fact that Kick has made it out alive and hasn't run the gauntlet of into their path, pretty good for them so far.
Yeah, at this point, NRG would like to get a few more Evos under their belt, but it's about picking the best priority spot that you've got in Cascade. This, I want to say, high ground building that they've got at the moment is a little bit inflexible. However, it is very close to some of our end game finishes, so they're gambling a little bit because it's a difficult place to extricate yourself from in the mid to late game. However, by holding on, you're saying, well, if the zone does pull over here, we're likely to get at least top 3 without really having to put forth any effort.
Yo, I got my second meal.
You have J-Lings that have made their way into that building, already starting to anchor down with the Watson fences. So keep an eye, they usually have really good, accurate calls, but Zero is just looking for a way to take this building, and fighting for the priority spots early on can prove to be such a fruitful thing. And I mean, honestly though, Zero just trying to find the cheekiest angle. But the Jenny's out, so that one's not going to work there.
These windows just super difficult to play against, especially when you are trying to hold the inside of these small ski lifts. However, as you say, for the Gen, what the few Watsons in the lobby, you are a whole
This is
lot
so much
safer.
better
Zero's
than
still
the
struggling
burrito
to
I
find
had.
a way in. Finally gets a break on the fence, but there's still no opening damage. Catalyst Wall comes up to give Dark Zero the opportunity to push in a little bit further, but this is being masterfully controlled right now by J-Lings.
Zero's acting like the big bad wolf trying to infiltrate. You can see J-Lings is forced to relocate. Nag's going to fall. Zero finds noises as well, and J-Lings just gets annihilated. Textbook. We're getting Jen even waves to the camera. What is this?
It's just a little bit too passive from J-Lings, if I'm honest. They're going back to how they felt in Split 2 playoffs, hesitant to get involved, and this time to their detriment. NRG still holding on to the high ground, have actually taken ultimate height within Cascade, their weakness being the high ground even further above as people come out from Command Center.
Monsoon on Complexity over here. They made their rotation out of Cenote Cave. They're uncontested here in this group matchup, so they had a nice carefree experience to really focus on just looting up and prioritizing that rotation. They've made their way into kind of the center of that next zone, but as teams look for good spots inside of Cascade, I'd imagine a lot of teams are focusing on poke damage, but NRG, they're actually going to elect to take the high ground.
Interesting. This is a eternal struggle, honestly. As you go further up on the high ground, this is one of those things where somebody always has higher high ground than you. So NRG do expose themselves to a little bit more risk since they have a lot less cover to work with. But with a nice smoke on the high ground, they can buy themselves some temporary safety, even going on an aggressive push out towards Command Center.
We do have the Bang ult to work with should anything come through, but they were able to find another elimination onto Zane, which is good for them, right? They were sitting at 32 points, but those 32 points came only from map number 1. They had a 0 in maps 2 and 3, so starting to get back up there is what they needed to do on Storm Point, because most of your teams, they were talking about on the desk earlier, the point sponging that has happened so far in this series. Anything can happen as we move into the second half. You just have to get a good game under your belt.
And it all happens so quickly, just beneath NRG. FaZe has quickly slotted themselves into Cascade, a place where more teams are deeming as a more flexible position to go into the late game. Zone is again going to be shifting around a little bit, but less squads have data as we approach the center of the zone, with a lot of our beacon scans being now in the red. It'll be teams that are rotating late, say like Ironblood Gaming from the south, who've just hit up Barometer for a little bit of information, that will have a small advantage as they finally approach the end game area.
So that's really tough, right? We talk about teams that aren't getting that information throughout the mid game, and you're just kind of relying on what other teams are doing and following their macro. J-Lings can usually position themselves in the dead center and predict where that zone is pulling. And if Dark Zero realized, hey, that was J-Lings, we know which building they're holding, that will be Godspot eventually. And so far, it could appear that that would be the issue. But for the teams that have the information but are far outside the zone, trying to get in is going to be an incredible battle, especially trying to break into cascades. You have all of the rocks, all of the water, the openness. It's going to be tough, but I mean, hey, if you're Nesky, just hop in a Trident.
Yeah, just hang out and see what you can find. I will say, not everybody's rotated into zone, so this is risky, especially with only white and blue armors, but they're taking it for the moment. It seems like Pioneers have got themselves a little bit more spare time. They're running to Team Singularity. We'll find out if they survive. However, as we look towards the next couple of zones, the big question does have to be about Dark Zero, about that power
Dark Zero,
position
good
that you mentioned,
positioning.
and the two teams above them, Dojo and Moist, that will both have to rotate right past Dark Zero, if not directly into their faces.
Oh, Dell on white, last alone, and they lose out on Neske, and just like
He just
that,
gave up.
eliminated. 16 squads remaining, but Ironblood Gaming, you were talking about their rotation coming through the south side. They have made their way in, and they are going to keep on going. We're hitting the evac tower, smoking it out. You know what, Dia, something that's really cool about the utilization of the evac towers, they're getting poked, prodded, that gives them the information, but teams that run Horizon have been using the grab lift to jump up higher onto that, but I mean,
make it a little bit less predictable, right? Just make sure that you're not just on one line the entire time. NRG have been anything but predictable this series, rotating negative out of the zone to go and find kills, push themselves further ahead, but Guild overextends and gets taken down.
he was trying so hard just to get to cover and have his teammates suppress that fire.
Yeah,
but
he's gonna reset. They're fine.
To go ahead and get Guild back on their feet, and just like that, now we can turn the tides to the team that is looking to approach, has the Prowler in hand, throws the grab lift, looks up the heels, but Mandy's like, no, we're not gonna let this happen.
Such a good
we
game.
are riding on such a wave of confidence and excitement given the news and coming off that win.
Alliance know they have an advantage to push, even with
If it
Yuki
actually
down.
hits Hakis,
And he's got some good long-range cover. Hemlock really putting
that
in work
would
as
have been
first
awesome.
weapons tend to do at long range. An extra 52 keeps him all the safer, and now we got a res onto Yuki as Hakis does absorb a quick push. Doesn't have a Digi on his R99 and is in trouble, but he gets to retreat back to what is now a three-man squad. Mandy falls, Guild and Nathan are on the push.
They lost.
Look, if Guild and Nathan are on the push, they are ready, but Hakis tries to make something happen, and unfortunately it's going nowhere. And just like that, Alliance are down to NRG, but it's going to be North Eption coming for the cleanup.
The masters of edge play in Split 2 playoffs, and
what happened?
we'll see what happens. And we may have hit a quick pause here with NRG recently having been taken out. There's no better time to evaluate where we're at in the game. With North Eption currently holding off to the western side, we've still got to think about the center around Cascade.
Yeah, that's definitely tough right there. We'll have to wait to see what just happened. But we think about the map and where it was. We had.
What just happened? They crashed. That's what.
For the grab, look, they were sending up right there. Like, we're getting ready, and you'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. To the rest of this series, to the rest of this game, the zone that we're seeing pulls us further towards Sunny Slopes, which is the area.
Yo, hi, Gatsy. It's going good. Going good.
If somebody in the audience is wondering, it says sort of as you exit wall, right between wall and Cascade.
Dude.
And in positions
It's actually working in favor of Alliance, so I'm not so sad about that.
But the trees that come a little bit further to the southwestern side than anything else, Chom Young Kung are currently set up there. Enter Force 36 have the opportunity to take them out.
The game is actually paused or it crashed.
Another South American representative that we haven't really had the chance to talk about because they haven't made that much noise yet.
They definitely haven't, but now would be the way to do so. If you start getting involved in those early game contests, you kind of don't even get to play the game just yet. So
it's actually paused.
Jump on over to Cascade as opposed to challenging Dojo at the wall. But you know, with the zone favoring a wall rotation, maybe, but regardless, the fact is they're still alive. And you mentioned Enterforce 36. Well, I haven't really seen them since Split 1 playoffs. So they had a little bit of a roster change. They're coming in, and honestly, a lot of their merch was some of the sickest merch I had ever seen at Split 1 playoffs. So I'm really happy to have them back here.
That's an important buff to any team. Having good merch. I said it on the desk. You look good, you analyze good, you look good, you play good. Got good merch. It changes everything. He knows. He knows what I'm talking about.
He's agreeing
Team
with
Singularity, they got some nice merch. I do really like the blue on them. You know, having a nice rich blue is...
I can agree. I got blue on. I got blue eyeliner. We're all blued out right now.
Elysium's dripped out as well. He's got like really nice chains and everything.
What are they talking about? Let's move to nice week.
A 10-minute abandonment penalty coming on.
Plus the abandonment penalty.
Plus the abandonment penalty one. This one's hurting for sure. This one is definitely hurting, bro. I already W'd. It's okay, bro. We'll see. My mom would love this pause feature. I was saying that the other day. This is actually just every parent's dream for kids to play multiplayer games. Pause it. I can't. How the fuck you can? That's for damn sure. I love this, man. Let's go.
Bro, but what happened? Someone PC blew up?
I refuse to get off this screen. I'm not going full cam. 10 seconds till it starts back up?
10 seconds.
All right, 9. Let's see.
Okay.
8.
Now
7,
the question is
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. And no one's fighting. So wait. Wait a minute. W feature. W feature.
No.
That's such a fucking W.
No.
Get the W's going, man.
No.
Oh my god.
And Monsoon and them were a duo, by the way.
No, that's not W.
Powerhouse team that had a couple bit of a roster swap, but the nades, Fuzzy going down to an Arc Star, and I didn't even realize that was done and dusted within 5 seconds. They chose violence indeed.
They didn't even need to shoot their guns. At that point, Designful didn't hit 2 Sentinel shots, Horizon ulted, naded, and that was it. That was a perfectly placed ultimate, and honestly, a pretty big misstep on the other side, falling victim to a Horizon ultimate that can easily be destroyed. It's very difficult to navigate in 3v3s, of course, but that mistake is going to cost you big.
That's a pretty good high ground. Now let's talk about this isolated 3v3 fight that we're briefly mentioning with Enterforce 36 and TYK. So exciting about this, they do have to be aware that there are other teams obviously still on that southern side that they probably have knowledge of, especially Team Singularity. So this isolated fight has to be quick.
Yeah, you ideally want to finish this fight once it truly starts. Once you've got at least somebody's shields broken in under 30 seconds. Because as you said, otherwise teams start to take note. You see one knock, the fight extends for a little while longer, and things get very risky. Now, Enterforce 36 don't actually technically have to move just yet, so it is to their advantage to stall out the fight for a little while longer and allow another team to come up and put pressure on Tam Yong-kun.
Oh, that would be quite interesting, but it sees that TYK is going to hit the rotation, maybe not go for this necessarily, but we'll tune back in to kind of the congestion down at Cascades. You have FaZe over there, Snipe down Frexes and Phony on the left, Complexity, Blackhand, Ironblood Gaming.
Yo, Dojo is winning.
The question is, where did North Eption decide to rotate, right? They're looking at taking a lot of space on that right-hand side as Timmy and co are looking to close the distance, but Dark Zero is directly in front of them still.
Dojo, having just expended the Catalyst Wall, they don't have a lot of cover. This rock is the only bit that's still safe for them. Dark Zero should still have ordinances to layer in pressure on top of them, and that Horizon ult, I mean, we've seen Dojo do some good things with it. It looks like Dark Zero about to do it to them.
Jen Burton throwing down the
Dark
Veil. They already had the black hole, and they are swarming around the Dojo now. So let's see what happens. Zero's gonna get cracked, but there's so much damage going out onto the other side. A Thermite trying to stave off, but another enemy team is gonna throw some nades, and just like that, Dojo are eliminated.
And it's just the right application of pressure from Dark Zero. They don't overpush, they don't commit when they know TYK are on the other side. They just let this be a dance of two teams taking out one, collaborating for the good of them both. TYK benefit because they've cleared their backs, and Dark Zero have just done the same thing. Now getting to think about their rotation towards Cascade teams. Cascade teams that have played it safe, that have sat in zone and have farmed up placement points all the way up until 9 squads remaining. At this point though, once the next couple of zones start to close, that's where things get really difficult for teams like Complexity, who now have to share space.
They have to share space, but they don't want to. They will have a favorable position in zone, but as a duo, things can be really challenging. There's no way Luda's going to be able to get rezzed back on the outskirts of this, so they're going to have to stave it off. The car SMG in hand, and we're going to pop the Bloodhound ult for the hands of Iron Blood.
It doesn't look like they have grenades. At this point, the right play for IBG would just be to nade the staircase, and finally they pull out an Arc Star. It was a risky move not to use that beforehand to get the res onto Zicky, but now at least it gives Zicky the time to heal back up and actually become a full member of the squad again. Blood ult is going to expire, Beast of the Hunt no longer providing the additional coverage and safety that it once did. And you gotta hope that it's back up by the time you eventually have to leave this building or face off with Complexity once again.
We're gonna have to hold off a few teams as teams look to rotate, but there's this massive migration that's happening on that northern side as Dark Zero do not get that favorable zone pull, so they have to rotate out of the safety of their building and cut straight to Cascade. So that'll be very tough because we know North Eption was holding that right side, so they have to fight forward.
As you say, it can only be North Eption that's contesting Dark Zero right now. We're Tomyeong-gung. We know who's contesting them. Enterforce 36 has been right alongside them the whole time. TYK gave up the rotational pressure that they had and now have to fight Enterforce 36 on even ground.
Right in the
it's become rapidly uneven. They're being shot in the back by Dark Zero. TYK have nowhere to go.
Enterforce 36, they said you may have not seen us at Splatoon playoffs, but we came to play at Champs in Singularity, knowing what is at stake, are finally making some moves around the rock. 17 points, but everyone's point sponge, so this could be the game where if they start out really strong here, throw themselves up that leaderboard.
Great play from Elysium, hitting a bat for a moment, making sure that he's pushing to support Bin. It keeps Team Singularity moving as one unit, keeps them from falling to a little bit more aggression from Dark Zero, and now they get them to make the push down to the low ground. It's a weak squad already, and Enterforce 36 get taken out in 7th.
DZ able to take out North Eption on their rotation as well. So now
Dude,
that we're down to the final 6 squads,
Zero
it's going to come down to all the teams that are still on the outskirts of Cascade. FaZe.
Okay,
I'll see.
I'm top of here. He's right down low, right down low. I'm just 40 another.
I got heavy for you. Oh, no, still. Got gold heavy mag. I'm dropping it here. Heavy gold heavy. Heavy gold bag. Armor's up here. We're chilling.
Alright.
Where's that main building is fucking us. I'm low. We play truck in the big rock, alright? I might die.
Where's the heavy? Where's the heavy, Jen? I need. Okay. I jumped you.
Look at this thing. I'm fine.
On the roof. Go to the wall. I don't think we need wall.
No, safe. You're safe on the truck and you're safe right on me.
No DGs.
How many kills do we have?
I have 4. 2.
Alright, we have 8. I have big kills.
Bad idea, that guy.
Any bats? We have bats.
I have 1, yeah, drop.
Shield battery here.
We'll grab in a second. 57 on another.
Can someone skip my prowl?
I'm not doing that right now. That's all good.
Just do it.
I'll do it. My nose is fucking itchy.
I swear I got fatal jackson.
I can play left though with you, Jen.
Don't right bottom.
20. I just can't waste heavy. I'm not going to
right side.
On the roof.
I can smoke that roof off for you. Smoke the back. Just stop fucking off.
Do you have any nades? Any nades?
No,
good smoke. Nades.
Fuck.
Guys, nades. Anyone?
No.
Okay. I didn't hear you, sorry.
Okay, we just have to choose this thing.
I have Horizon on, but no nades.
You just wall up outside of zone, I think.
Yeah.
As late as possible. Wall up outside of zone, we curve from the game. Everyone else is gonna fight. You can peek through for kills.
You want to wall up the left, right? We can play this heady right here.
Wall outside of zone, like wall here.
Okay.
I like this spot's energy.
Which team do you want to fight?
No one is gonna fight us. That's what I mean. We just wall off. Yeah, I bang on forward. We wall off outside the zone and we just queue over late.
Yep, just like play on the side.
Fighting. I might do some cooking shit, but it's fine.
Watch right, topic. It's not a bad team.
I'm like chilling up here.
One's on the outside of the building.
Can I bang off on us?
9 DM 1. One jump down, bang!
Maybe getting close.
9 DM,
I'm playing up here.
You're ready to wall.
No, you're safe for a while. You're safe for a while.
Yeah, we're fine. Tell me when. Just tell me when.
No, you just know, right?
You're here.
They're walling at me. Bang off.
I got a wall. I do that much more.
Yeah, we're fighting you.
Wait. We're
What?
Why are we pausing again?
Dude, again.
What the fuck?
That is fucking bullshit. This is actually retarded.
Yeah.
There's no way we're doing this.
You can't pause in a fucking end zone. It's fucking end zone, bro.
There's no way we're doing this out of land, bro. Okay, wait, listen.
No, shut up. Okay, we don't have to fight that team. We just play our wall. We chill.
No, I'm just saying, we can kill Callus for free.
Sorry guys, but I really need to kill that.
Just peek through it by yourself, maybe.
No, he took the literally see him in the air right now. He's drop on the ground. Okay, just kill him. He's for free.
This is retarded. We should not be able to do this shit.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, fucking brain dead.
Yeah. It's a free kill if we can kill him.
One's knocked. Okay, listen. Wall's gonna drop in like 15 seconds, I think. What's your percentage? 11. So like 20 seconds on wall, I think.
I still have Horizon all 2-0, okay?
We gotta carry teams walking through our wall because the right team is uncontested, I think. You know the team in our bottom right?
Yes.
I think they're uncontested, so if we force left side too hard to get the kills.
In this game, we've been focused on FaZe and Dark Zero. We know complexity is routing, and good job, by the way, as long as you can stay alive. Every position means so much more now. But the other teams that we've got in this lobby, Blackhand and Team Singularity. Now they're going to both be approaching from the south side, Blackhand a little bit closer to Cascade. Singularity is in the power position that we talked about earlier, holding a lot of open ground. They also are one of our teams, much like FaZe, that have the opportunity to win this game, and we've even seen squads like we have the time. Building synergy at the position sometimes even so much more stage time. Them being able to win this fight would put a lot of trust in them from all of South America, and most importantly, would give them trust in each other with this return to the international stage.
And that's exactly what we need. We just watched the Elysium interview prior to this, and it's almost as if that content piece hits right when they start to fry out in game. And if TYK and E36 hadn't necessarily stalled that engagement,
but what are they pausing the game? Like, what is going on?
TYK rotates to the north, kind of ruins the Dojo's rotation as well, but then that fight eventually happens.
Yeah, I couldn't kill that.
Like, well, this is the third party that I was wanting to have happen, and now they end up in such a power position as a result of those rotations.
And let's not forget what this is about as well. We've talked about the stakes for the team.
Well, at least I know what today's video is gonna be about.
Being put in a position
right?
Frag out, the position that Elysium used to hold, the position that brought Singularity.
Thank you, EA, for providing me content every day.
Like this, even if you manage to find yourself in top 3, as long as Bin is able to be the catalyst for why that happens, pun absolutely intended and enjoyed, you should be able to have a little bit more confidence after what has been a difficult split 2. And finally qualification here, and that is what the early days of championships is about. When you are playing in the group stage, it's time to try things out, feel out other teams, and most importantly, get the good mojo going. We've already talked about Dojo very much needing to do that, and they're just not the only ones.
I think I saw a sign that said Dojo's got the mojo, so I want to see that get kicked into gear for the last 2 matches on Stormpoint, because it just seems as if, I'm not going to say teams have it out for them in these lobbies, but it just seems like they are getting such unfavorable rotations from other teams.
But we really need to find out why they are pausing the games.
If you have like 3 or 4 pauses
really
in one game.
Complexity eliminated. Here we go. DZ now fighting here too.
Oh,
see what
they unpaused.
Getting some shots down
okay.
Across the line. Frex dies.
Yep, FaZe eliminated, and DZ swinging left here, looking to dominate the zone. Blackhand still alive as well.
They're going to be going down here too.
Singularity's actually wide wrapping DZ. This might be a Singularity third party to end it here.
Oh, no way. Can the boys over at Singularity do it for South America. Can they get a win?
And I think they do. Singularity.
Team
wins.
Singularity.
And is that good or bad for Zero? And DZ, I don't know.
He's got they finished on second.
Oh
they are
my
fine.
God. Do you think Zero's happy about that or what? I am not sure if that affects it.
No.
I don't know what that does.
No, he's not happy.
Point, they very much live up to the expectations for themselves.
What can I really say? I'm not even wearing shoes in this establishment, so what does my fucking word mean? But I don't know. I mean, shit, bro.
Tough, bro.
I want to give a huge shout out to Singularity, though, man.
First place, so.
Regardless, a very well-played game. All the way through, pause or not. And that's the shitty part, too, is now people are going to blame them winning on the pause, which is cringe, because they just worked their ass off for that game.
Or, on the other hand, people are going to blame other teams' losses on the pause.
Yeah, exactly. Which
So,
is
like
shit.
we were saying, we see both sides. You're not going to be able to please everybody. Someone's going to be a loser in that, no matter what.
And
Someone's going to be a
It's
loser.
always us, the losers.
What they don't know is that we're the ones pausing it. Imagine?
Oh yeah, imagine.
Imagine?
Chat, actually, fun fact, I
For
have
the content.
Shaheen over here. Shaheen is the one pausing the games.
Just to provide some content.
Yeah, and make sure you tag
Nice.
at Shaheen, hashtag BStreamYear4.
BStream for year 4.
Hashtag unpause the game.
All right, chat. So, before we head on to the next one.
Yep.
Singularity going to pick up
Good.
19. DZ going to pick up 21.
Imagine when TSM or DZ gets in trouble, just pause the game, let them make their strategy, and then resume. Michael, what am I watching? I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure this out too, so yeah.
Game 4, chat, right? Correct? Or game 5? 4. That was game 4. We got 2 more games on Storm Points. It's only the first one happening. I don't know how many more pauses we're going to get. Hopefully not that many. But we're going to get these scores.
Bro, but what is going on? Why are they pausing?
4 eliminations thus far. That's going to be a good one for them.
And immediately here, as soon as you see the push from Dark Zero, Singularity's own wall decides the course of this game. What is otherwise a 50-50 rotation, maybe we engage, maybe we don't, gets them height, gets them priority position, and Elysium is able to go through the wall, managing to get a nice off angle and support the team in this way. That isn't typically the way that you
Really
see
nice
game
play
play
from
out,
them, but
it speaks to the way that Elysium has been able to succeed in South America by understanding the game at such a critical level. It's a fantastic game for them, a 19-point finish. But let's not forget, Dark Zero, they had their own things going on. They picked up plenty of kills on the way in, and the champions aren't ready to be dethroned just yet.
12 eliminations, a 21-point game. I think they came into match number 4 sitting on 31, so they'll be north of 50. But
Bro, it's so unfair with these pauses, man. I mean, Team Singularity got a pause and got time to think about a strategy, where every team is, what the best move will be. I mean, DZ was literally pushing that team.
Complexity do set their bar a little bit higher, but they're not the only ones that have a little bit more to reach for.
They already were on that team. They started shooting. So bad. So bad.
Pleasantly as well. They've had a good day so far, and this match, while it may not look impressive on paper because of the finish in 14th, along with 6 kills, makes it a very, honestly, solid game for them.
Yeah, it's really impressive, right? They start over there in checkpoint. They immediately grab ring console information, hit that rotation, cleaned up a few teams, and not before getting third-partied themselves, though. Sometimes Karma be like that. But as we look at the series results, Dark Zero have moved themselves up to 52 points. NRG sitting on 39 and TYK on 37. Singularity, though, with that win, move up to break into the top 5.
This is really big for them, and with 2 games left to go, you've got plenty of opportunity to jump up, even above 40 points. They could beat out our previous South American squad from earlier today. Putting these 2 up against each other, it's pretty clear how this game went down. Dark Zero's damage numbers specifically just so high, and it's due to the very active position they took on the map. Singularity in a very different situation, coming from Barometer that typically has...
Oh, let's put some music then. Let's see the points. Okay, Dar 0 in first place, Narji second, Tom Young-kung. Dude, I really didn't think this team performed so well. Team Singularity, this win really helped them. J-Links, good. FaZe Alliance. Dojo on 13. They have 2 games left to be top 10. Maybe they can do it. I'm really confident in them that they can get top 10. And Kick managed to get 3 points. Really nice job, dude. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so after this there is Group A versus Group D. Who is in Group A? TSM, right? Yeah. TSM, Sentinels go next. Disgusting, Aurora. Optic, Oxygen. Okay, there are some nice teams in Group A. Okay, can wait.
Hours if I wanted to, for sure. Easily. I feel great. That 10-minute power nap, bro. Oh, it was awful when I woke up, dude. I woke up, bro, and I literally don't even know what happened. I was in another room.
We're the throat goats, no cap.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Is there more games today? We have 2 more games on Storm Point here for this set, and then we're going to go and get 6 more games after this. While I'm saying that, bro, I got to piss. You got to hold it down for me.
Go ahead. You're good. The monster running right through you. Just run over there in socks, bro.
I need to go to the bedroom as well.
Chad, he actually doesn't have to piss. He's actually going to pull the wedgie out of his asshole. That's definitely what he's doing. I'm gonna hit this little walk around back and forth here, pace back and forth. How's everybody doing, chat? What groups play next? I can tell you in a sec. A versus D. A versus D. You got the flu? I'm so sorry to hear that. Speedy recoveries. Hit the gritty. Chat, honestly though, it's a fucking pleasure to be here. So honestly, like, shout out you guys. I don't know how many people we got in here, but the fact that you guys are pulling up this morning, that's 32K is fan-fucking-tastic. So thank you guys so much for being here. You know, we say it all the time, but we appreciate y'all. You know it. Other than that 0+ guy. He needs to get off Remnant. Thank you guys for all the resubs, follows, just the lurks, chilling in chat, gifted subs, everything. We appreciate it all. We wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for you guys. That's for damn sure. Shout out to you guys, always. As we're starting up game number 5 here. If Wig's not back in time, I'll make sure we hop on the contest. I can't lie, it is cold in here. I'm definitely on the shiver a little bit. Shaheen. Do they have the bubble jackets? The one that the players got? I'm shivering a little bit. I can't lie. It's keeping me awake, so it's good. I'm trying to pull up in here in a bubble. with some yimbos on, to be honest. All right, let me hop in here.
Respawn taking
Pulverex.
I sense that's a good spot to learn.
And then on the other one, Northeption. Am I actually about to hit the solo dual cam? This is just next level. Hold up. This is next level. The solo cast dual screen? Come on, man. It doesn't get any better than that, honestly. Nobody else does it like us here on the B stream. I'm working 3 PCs right now, solo with the dual screen cam. Come on. All right, we got Pulverex and Northeption flying in here. Looks like they're 6-manning the cannon. We're already on the dual screen, baby.
Who's Onyx fighting right now?
It looks like Kick.
Kick versus Onyx, bro. Holy shit.
And Northeption looking to get right after it early here. They're wasting no time with this one. Satuki with a real aggressive power position here on the climb up as he hits a 150 on the Catalyst.
This is tough.
All I hear is cracks right now on the mic.
I mean, this looks like a really fucking fucked up contest again, to be honest, man, every time. It's just gonna take a really long time again. As always, but it's all good. That's how we lock it in. Oh my god, Saku with some good shots here on the triple take, baby. Red dot triple take, low-key nice. F-Tron with a knockdown, I like that, it's huge.
Yeah, Ling also down to 1 HP as he's gonna go down as well. Satuki now last alive for Northeption.
Yeah, solid good for Northeption,
and
man.
And Pulverex brings one back.
And the body's being shot. The bag being dropped, and so is the sack, baby. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my god.
Now, funny enough, bro, I'm pretty sure F-Tron and Satuki are like really good friends.
No, I know they are.
Oh, yeah.
F-Tron still.
Oh, yeah. That boy F-Tron with a mic check, bro. We need one immediately. We love to see it, dude. That's what I'm talking about, baby. We love that out of you. We really do. Shout out that boy F-Tron, man. That boy F-Tron, bro, and also shout out to Satuki, man, because he's just the GOAT. Simple as that. All right, well, let's turn it back to the normal screen now. We literally had the dual screen on the whole time. That's why I never changed it.
You never changed it?
No. I forgot to, shithead.
I mean, I'm not going to reach over your body to do it.
Okay, dude.
Hey, listen, solo dual cast, though? Come on, man.
What do you mean, come on, man? What you mean, bro? All right, well, here we go. We see the zone here, too. Greek, call it. Call it right now. Call the zone. Be useful.
Bottom cannon, Stormcatcher.
Bottom cannon, Stormcatcher. All right. Well, DZ looking to fight the boys, I believe, over at, what is that, Strafing Flame and Blackhand?
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes. All right, DZ leaving. Opting to leave and go next.
Yeah, they're just going to go bottom cannon now. I wanted to see, where did Onyx contest Kick? What was that for?
I don't really know. Oh, Cascades, I believe. Because they're over on Cascades right now. It has to be that. Pretty sure it's right on that area. Very interesting. Energy now rotating in 2. They have 19 squads of JMW getting knocked by Saku. So they're actually fighting over here now again. Bro, Pulverex is looking for blood after that one wipe, man. They're fueling themselves.
Some would say like they lost their keys, Jack.
I've heard that multiple times.
Okay, I'm back. What happened?
Noises and Nags need to stay up here, bro. A big game for J-Lings winning 1. But they have been struggling ever since that game, bro. Afterwards, to actually stay up and stay alive. JMW is going to be the last, one of the only ones dead right now. We have Noises and Nags still alive. They're going to have to try to get a Moby res down, but it's going to be really tough. I don't think they can do that at all. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for sure. You got FaZe rolling in there on the backside. You got TYK flying in right now, and Pulverex holding all of Stormcatcher.
Yeah, I would say...
There's a mobile respawn beacon here.
I would say they maybe put the Moby...
Okay, let's
calculated in your approach. I've talked to other IGLs about the power of crypto as well. At face value, being able to throw out a drone, having to jump into the drone, would provide an incredible amount of power.
What do you think? Dojo will qualify? Will be top 10?
Snapshots that you can get of everything around you. You don't have to rely on your team comms. You don't have to rely on imperfect or miscommunicated information. You can literally just see everything that's going on. It provides IGLs a fantastic way to make sure that they are making the right calls and to trust in their team to follow what they're saying and not have to do the two-way communication path. It was Kashera who was really an advocate for this pick a little while ago, and unfortunately haven't seen too much of it today, but I do like that J-Lings are prioritizing it, though the position they held will be a little bit more difficult now they don't have a Watson. Tom Young-Kung on the other side, they've got a whole different set of problems. They're outside the zone, but that's really just about it. Their comp itself, I don't dislike.
It's pretty strong, but this is going to be a very tough rotation, seeing as how many teams have already made their way over. For those teams that land nearby, you mentioned Moist earlier, coming from Command Center, the short rotation for them, but so much action, and the Dojo just cannot have a break after this early game. Does get taken down, but immediately prioritizes the smoke and res, but not before Interforce 36 decides this is an opportunity that we would like to expand on, and there's something to be said about the Havoc. You don't really see it in too many hands.
My command died, don't worry.
The double AR, Interforce 36 pushing straight in, and the Dojo will be
from the back.
IOI, gonna clutch it up and hit for the quick res.
That was way too close for comfort, having lost two in the span of a second. Enemy really earning his paycheck for a moment. Ultimately, Interforce 36 do pick up kills, and they're kills that they did not have to grab either. It was even a little bit risky to go on a push even after they got the knock, simply because of the possible presence of other teams. But they were decisive, they went for it, it got them an additional 3 points. Now, a slightly worse off position. They do need to find their rotate back, but at least they've got the temporary benefit of a few points. And ultimately, as we look at the map, nobody's coming to them anyway.
Yeah, NRG and Kick would be the nearest teams, and they're electing to hold their position. Kick is actually sitting on a survey beacon, so they can use that to deny anyone from pushing that area. But you can see right there, J-Lings once again calling another zone, have already made it from High Point down there, and Nasky, Zerdel, and Zane as well.
How do they do it? How do J-Lings do it? I know, beacons aside, zone predictions are hard. And this was what they became known for at Split 2 playoffs, was just flawlessly being exactly in the center of zone. They're continuing to manufacture this result, although down a member, it is going to be a little bit less valuable for them. Pioneers on the opposite side of this ring are going to be moving up from this southeastern side of the map. It'll be a slow move for them, but over by Launchpad, you've got IBG, who could rotate up behind them. So it's going to be a slow play, as there's plenty of squads in the area, and this traffic jam as it is tends to provide a little bit of safety, even if it seems tense.
Yeah, Tom Finger here, revving up the Rampage, and we've seen a lot more Rampages today as well. It's also kind of like a wild card weapon pick, but it's so nice, especially when you need to break down Catalyst reinforced doors, the Black Hole being expended, and frags to double down as they make their push across to KCP, but electing to play that Newcastle on Zerdel. They're not going to have a Jenny.
Another quick pause gets thrown our way, and the Pioneers
another quick pause,
take a moment and really think about the way they want to handle this push. There are mobile shields.
Another quick pause, guys.
If they need, they can post up inside this
no
building.
biggie.
Plenty of catalyst walls and spikes. But importantly,
really
right
no
now, Zane
biggie.
is separated from the squad.
Catalyst reinforced doors, the Black Hole being expended.
But fuck, man, we shouldn't be having this shit anyway. That's the only problem. I don't know. I wonder if it's the PCs of the game every time. That's like my main concern.
I don't know.
Because if it's the game, that's really bad. If the PCs, it's fixable. No, I feel like it's a little bit more easy to fix.
It could be a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, it could be different for every crash. It could be the game for some people, and it could be the PC for the others. So there's no like, there's no like, cross the board.
Indefinite answer.
Yeah, indefinite answer. I don't know if that's a word.
Definite?
Definite.
Indefinite.
Be indefinite or just definite? Indefinite. It's
Indefinite means like
it's the game. Well, that's not true because one of the PCs crashed over there on the left side for NRG, and that's why they had to change it. But it's not always that.
The PC crashed, dude. Dude, the piece.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
we're back.
They're back.
Could be either.
All right, we'll see if Gombra's back. Can you check for me? Dogma's getting res, but can he move? Yeah, he's back. All right, well, there we go. The reset happening, bro. Look at this. Alliance now fighting immediately off the rip as Kill Up and Company are going down. So TYK is dying even if they crash. Which, oof. If we're being honest, oof, for sure. Mandy getting cracked here. Luda now fighting in the top right. That grenade. It's a little shit, bro, from the boy Hack.
Whips it into the wall.
Mandy, though, is going to be staying alive here. Nice Horizon Q to actually stay up as Complexity is eliminated, bro. Complexity right now, I believe, is in 20th place. It might be 20th after that, to be honest. That is not good for Complexity at all, man. This might be a rough start to their fucking tournament here at Champs. That's just not what we want to see for the boy Monsoon. Mandy and the boys are good, though, for right now.
NRG also with kick right now. That Sweet's gonna go down, but Gil trades it out into 2v2 now for NRG.
Change. Nice, good. Huge call. Sweet is gonna get rezzed. Can he get the full res, though, is the question. I'm not too sure.
Nathan going nuclear right now for his team. Nice. And he's gonna be hunting this down. He wants the knock, but it gets stolen by Elysium. That's gonna be kick eliminated. NRG lives to fight another day.
And as we say that, bro, E36 is now dying into the hands of the boys at Alliance. And are they going to get swung on here is the question, as FC Destroy is now fighting in the top right.
If they're not fighting, I also have one here too.
Okay, Energy now fighting again. Who are they holding off on this third party?
Singularity.
Sure, it's going to be Singularity with the third.
FC Destroy eliminated.
Yep. Sweet.
What is going on?
Hey,
good shots, and that's going to be Singularity taking out NRG.
My goodness, bro. Singularity taking out Energy with a great third party. You know Energy's not happy about that at all, man. That's a really tough third to happen. I don't think it really needed to in the first place, and that's the worst part. As E36 now is going to be holding off Alliance and
Gombre, and then the Singularity team coming in. We got 4 teams now.
4 teams now over on this backside, bro, walk-in. I have no idea what the fuck is happening over here or why so many teams want to play from this side, but I think E36 realizes that they're dying. And
E36 dead. Eliminated. Singularity here on the wide swing left side here from Martin.
Let me just say that Singularity's picked up 2 of those KP from E36. It's your PC. Greek's PC just crashed and he thought it was another pause.
No way. Dude.
I mean, yeah, when he kicks me out.
No, just do actually this one.
Dude, what is going on with those PCs?
PC right now, bro. Greek's crashed.
Dude,
GG's.
wooden PC. Actually, wooden PC.
Pass manager that shit.
I can't believe it.
There's no shift key. Is this a shift key?
Yeah, it's the shift key.
Actually, insane.
I believe in you, man. We see that zone. You were right, by the way. It's gonna pull it down a little bit here. All right, we got 11 squads, 30. Couple rats here, a couple duos as well. Moist Esports will be a 3-man. Dogma and Gombre do rotate up from the left side here. Far left rotate. They're actually able to maybe play here too later down the line on this left side. There's actually a pretty good rotate. As Alliance, both 3-man as well. And they're valid. I actually like where they're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, there was 4 teams on that side, and Alliance came out victorious with all the loot.
Well, yeah, Singularity is still alive, though, holding them out. So we'll see if an evac tower strat's going to be the play here or what's going to go on. They definitely got to leave here pretty soon or they're going to be fucked.
All right, we're back in. Imagine they pause for me.
Why the hell would they do that? I hope to God they never pause for us.
No, never.
I don't want to be blamed for that shit ever in my life. I am good.
I could have just paused it myself.
You should have. We have the key for it. Racky's going to be by himself here, too. Look where he's at.
Yeah, he's been riding there for a couple zones now.
Yeah, it's looking very interesting.
He's not in, though, for the next one.
No. But he can maybe rotate up through Singularity. Singularity's better fight Gomba right here. And we'll see what happens, man. We're going to tune in the boy Elysium. 6 KP for Singularity so far. 600 damage, bro. Singularity is good. They're a threat. I don't care what anyone fucking says, man. This team is fucking nice. I think they're so goddamn good.
That spot's calling.
We'll see how this goes. Yeah, that boy Rocky doing his best Season 17 Masters player impression.
Sheesh.
He's doing what he's gonna do.
As KCP might be taking the fight on the Moist here in the top right. And they need a good game, man. KCP is in 15th place right now.
Yep. KCP, I don't know. I don't think they take that fight on the Moist. They might slide down in third. The Alliance DZ fight.
Yeah, not too sure either. Looks like they're going to be setting up a wall here as the boys DZ going to be fighting. We're doing the green stream. That boy's back in action. Okay.
I mean, Alliance has to move forward. They cannot stall this any longer.
No.
The Bang ulti comes out. Zero with a Kraber in his hands, though.
Yeah, that's going to be big time for Kravskis. Now, here we go, though. If they do die, that means that boy Yuki might get, or Mandy might get a Kraber, which is also big time for them. Oh, boy. Awkward situation, but they should be good.
Oh, this is not good for DZ.
Oh, yeah, I don't like this at all. They're getting shot from every angle.
Oh, no.
Zero goes down to Mandy.
Oh, yeah, and Hackett is just peppering shots on the DZ here, man. They're getting every angle possible.
Line smells blood.
Yeah.
That's going to be DZ eliminated. And now who's going to go get the Kraber?
We'll see if they actually even go loot, bro. Where they're at is such a dangerous spot. Is looting even worth it?
For a Kraber, 100%.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see if Hackett recognized there was a Kraber. I don't know if they got shot at one. Did they get shot by it?
Maybe. He sees a red box there, so he either thinks it's an armor or
Oh,
a gun.
no.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Oh,
boy, Alliance in a rough spot here, too, man. They're getting looked at by everybody as well.
Singularity sliding down the hill.
No.
Yeah, all the topside teams now are just looking down as Singularity is looking for blood onto Alliance. I like this by Singularity, bro. This is an aggressive call that I like.
Raki's still alive.
Wait, what?
The map is like a little
Good job,
long.
Raki.
Yeah, he's still
Keep doing what you're doing.
As Alliance getting aggressive now to Singularity. Here we go. The wide swing coming out. Yuki with some great shots. The 70 damage towards the purple armor onto the boys of Singularity.
He's done.
Andy getting aggressive though, getting angles up top as one of them is not getting the
What?
full kill here, and that's what's going to be focused on. But it gets shot.
Mandy gets
What?
swung.
Oh no.
It's a 2v2.
Great swing by Singularity. Can they get the multiple knocks here? The movement going crazy. Andy trying to stay up. Yuki trying to stay up.
Oh my god. Singularity.
Singularity, baby! Singularity!
They bring it back.
That is what I'm talking about, bro. This is exactly what I wanted from the Singularity squad. Aggression, controlled aggression, understanding when to fight and when not to. You'll love to see it, bro.
They got 8 kills, so at the very least they've got
Yo,
10
Team
points.
Singularity
Singularity's doing a great job right
played
now,
it well.
man. And they're trying to show out for their region, bro. Oh, we love that so
Really
much.
played it well.
And look at Raki. You think he makes it?
Dude, Raki,
Oh, he's not even
top
looking.
5. He's actually going
He
for
might
top
walk
5.
this on in. He might waltzy on in.
Singularity now getting swung by Gombre, which kind of leaves an opening for Raki.
Yeah, and that's going to be Singularity going down regardless. Phenomenal game by Singularity, man. That was such a good job. As Junkie is trying to stay alive, getting shot.
The Kraber and Easy Flash his hands.
Oh my god, the boy Easy Flash has a Kraber. I think the rest of the lobby should be a little bit scared, man. This kid is a mechanical
Let me see
animal.
some.
Let me see it. Come on, I believe. You can't really see shit. Oh, come on.
He might run into Raki here.
No, come on, chill. Please. Don't do that to me.
Raki takes him out from the back.
No way.
He's trying to get the thirst, and he
gets
does.
the thirst, and Onyx Esports eliminated.
Player K take the Kraber.
Oh my
Onyx
god.
eliminated in 8th.
There is
Gonbray
no
eliminated
way.
in 6th.
That is such a bad miscommunication. It wasn't Onyx.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a collapse.
That was a miss.
This is the big time shot. So they let Easy Flash Kid die, and then Player K misses the collateral
That could have
respawn.
literally been a triple collapse.
Oh my god, my
Yeah,
heart
they
is
were
hurting
pretty
for the boy
close
Easy
one
Flash.
to each other.
It is not over yet though for Hand.
Another miss,
They can still
really?
make this work. They just got to
Dude,
apply
I said
pressure,
this
bro, on
looked
the
like a
Gombre down
hit,
below.
but they're actually
They
a
cannot
miss.
let Gombre rotate to their side, or it's KCP, my apologies.
Polvrex still alive, FaZe still alive, Noises and company still alive as a duo.
Yo,
JMW
FaZe.
goes out
Knife.
again.
JMW gets red again.
3 times this game.
Just to die again. I mean, they are just feeding the rest of the lobby KP, bro. They should actually PayPal them afterwards. That's disgusting.
FaZe picks up that one.
Yeah, FaZe getting some more
They're going to
KP,
be in
bro.
on Ultimate Height as well.
Yo, FaZe has such a
They
good
are.
spot.
They're in a good spot.
Yeah.
I really like where FaZe is, man. This is a potential win for FaZe for sure.
Why?
Only
Why
problem
did
I'm
he
seeing right
not?
now for Player K and Ham, bro, is just being in a 2v3 for game winning position.
Yeah, but nobody knows they're a duo just yet.
I don't think so, right? Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. That boy Player K.
They're putting down a Moby, too.
Yeah, I want to see. Now they're going to know they're a duo for sure. We'll see what happens. Can they actually get this res off is the question. They need to focus KCP big time to make sure they don't swing this res. They cannot get swung on right now, bro, if they're sticking this shit. That's got to be the goal for them. We'll see.
They actually got
Yeah,
we
they're
got
ripping
that
it for sure.
respawn. Oh no.
They're getting swung. Nice
Wait, was that
shot.
a no raid?
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
spectator lag, trust.
Did he hit?
Yeah, 100% he did.
Okay. Phony picks up a kill on the Noises. J-Link's
Maybe he got
eliminated.
the
We're
no
down to a
raid.
5 squad. Zone 5 closing situation here.
Yeah. This is great. Easy Flash, he getting rest.
Yo, imagine he's pulling a snipe down right now.
No, right.
Going all melee.
I don't know, can Flash get loot here? I don't think so. I would give Flash the Kraber, to be honest.
Shaking Flame picks up on the... If they can kill this team, they definitely kill them.
Oh my god, heat check. Give me a heat check. Come on, Flash. Stay alive, buddy. No.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
No!
That was a hit.
Oh my god! Kane strafing though is still alive.
Nice.
He gets 3 knocks here. Strafing Flame went nuclear.
Dude, I swear that was a
still
hit.
alive and FaZe still alive as well.
And KCP, bro, just gonna wipe.
Yo, Sudo, thank you, man.
Triple red armor and God spot for KCP.
Yeah, KCP just hitting the gritty on main right now, man.
Thank you for stopping by.
The 14th place team really needed to pick me up. Only 13 points going into this game.
Dude,
and they are
that guy
right
was moving.
Moist eliminated in 4th. Now we have FaZe, KCP, and Pulverex. And
Dude,
if I had to
imagine
take a guess
if
here,
FaZe
is gonna drop
winning
down
this.
And play for the 2nd place kill here.
I hope
on
so.
To Pulverex. I don't think they can go anywhere else. I think KCP has way too much space.
Show everybody that Snipe still can.
I mean, you force the Pulverex fight onto the boys over at Noske and KCP.
And KCP with a counter Horizon ult.
Yeah, that's really
and
good.
they're getting very aggressive, not allowing FaZe to make any type of play here. But now FaZe is able to get a knock. Pulverex will be able to swing out and third this. And it's going to be a straight up fight. Pulverex versus KCP, and KCP with a very huge advantage here.
Yeah, here we go, baby. Pulverex versus KCP. Let's see, they're going to go pound for pound here, bro. Newcastle versus Fusey. What's going to go on here? Let's get it locked in.
Guido, this is the 5th game.
Here, bro. Big time for the boys over at KCP. Shoot me, doesn't get a bad off, so we're going to be good. And look at Zane. Oh my
Tatsuo, I didn't see.
What is he doing? What is that?
2v2.
Oh my god.
Pioneers?
I have no idea what's going on. Noske all by himself.
F-Chan!
Pulverex.
F-Chan with the win, but what is Zane doing? Zane just sent it over the wall, completely alone and by himself. The mic check got himself.
Mic check!
Can we get some mic checks in the chat, please? Can we get some mic checks? I think there was a major miscommunication that we could not hear, Greek. Zane went over that wall on the Horizon Q all by himself in a 1v3 and just
Okay, guys, I need to do something real quick.
Can't be happy about that one.
I think what they thought happened was maybe they were all going to take it and leave, and they just didn't do it. Zane all by himself, bro. Can you get some mic checks in the chat for F-Chan, bro?
Mic check.
Mic check.
Pulverex with a very much-needed 20 points there. Pioneers pick up 20 as well. But you know they wanted that extra 5.
Yeah, for sure.
FaZe going to pick up 10. Good game for them.
Very good.
Moist going to pick up 10. Good game for them. Blackhand gets 6. J-Lings gets 3. Gonbray picks up 4. Onyx picks up 3. Singularity picks up 11. And Alliance 6.
Yeah, I don't know. That was very interesting for me. I didn't really like what Zane did there. I mean, Zane threw the game. If it's a miscommunication, it's way more understanding. But if that was just straight controller brain, then I think definitely Noske should be pissed off for sure. Because that was actually, I think, pretty free for the boys over there.
Yeah.
Pulverex had literally nowhere to play on that backside circle just because that wall was so good from Pulverex. And they jump over the wall and he gets absolutely blasted. That was so weird. All right, well, here we go. We'll check the overall scores here in a little bit. But you're good, bro. You're all good. We're going to get the custom code. We're going to get the code to your chat, and then we'll talk to you guys a little bit about the scores heading into Game 6. This is going to be the last game, chat, for this block, which is C versus D. We're going to have one more block after this, though, of 6 games, so don't go anywhere, man. Stick around. Tune in. Because we're not done yet, bro. We got one more game here and then 6 more later at 7 p.m. our time, local. Well, let's see what the code is for this one. Nice. W. All right, well, the overall scores right now going into game number 6 are going to be this. We got Dark Zero in first with 53, only 9 points ahead of Singularities in second. Love to see it. Then NRG in third, FaZe in fourth, TYK in fifth, then Blackhand in sixth, J-Link 7th, KCP
okay, I'm done.
Alliance 9th,
I'm
Overx 10th. And then the bottom 10, it goes FC Destroy, Onyx, IBG, E36, Northeption, Dojo, Moist, Gumbare, Complexity, and Kick, all in the bottom 10 here, Greek. Going in to game number 6.
What team is surprising you the most right now? Good and bad.
Good and bad?
Yeah.
Good and bad's rough. I would say good is definitely Singularity.
I agree.
I don't think it's like a surprise to me, but I'm definitely happy they're doing
top
well.
3, you know what I mean? That's really
good.
Good.
Top 3 is really.
Okay, let's check.
And points.
I take back what I said. I think that Gandhi probably took out less than 8 people. They got a little bit bloody. Let's take a look at the bottom 10 from this match because
let's see the overall standings. Dark0 in the first place, Team Singularity, NRG, FaZe, huge, they are in 4th place. J-Links, nice, Pioneers, Alliance. Ooh, dude, Dojo fell off a little bit, and 16th place. Yeah.
Because you want to get all of your drop spot POIs claimed prior to moving into the bracket stages because you cannot afford to lose out.
I love that you touch on
what you gonna do?
Right now, we're looking at the overall points.
I think this is the last game.
5 matches in this group. C and D is turning out to be, as we started, pretty top heavy, but Singularity clutching up a 2nd place so far is a great place to be. But we've got a whole nother game going on, and it's what you've just talked about, the game of contests, and ultimately the game of winners and losers bracket, of ultimately finals, and being able to secure your drop spot. Contests may not look so hot right now, but we've talked about this on the desk. Today, you're aiming for top 10 more often.
That's the photo that you put in your
What you
ID.
don't have time for is a contest in finals. If you're planning to get there, get rid of the team that's landing next to you.
No time for contests, tons of talk on the caster desk, on the booth, but you know we've also got here a ton of watch parties. I want to throw it over to Peeps, who is with Vicky, one of our watch partiers.
Tiff and Dia, thank you guys so much. We are here with the newest member of the ALGS Watch Party fam, Vicky. Vicky, oh, we got some fans in the house. How we feeling? How does it feel to, one, be the newest member of the ALGS Watch Party, right? But not only that, representing ALGS to the whole entire world of anybody that speaks Spanish.
This is like an awesome opportunity. I'm very grateful because I used to do watch parties for every ALGS. Like I did them for 2 years from my setup in my home. And I think a lot of Hispanic members of the community really appreciated that because a lot of them don't speak English or they didn't know a lot of the teams. So it's very exciting to be able to represent them and to have my stream as a way of them to understand and to watch their favorite teams.
I love that. Crowd loves that as well. So
I'm trying to figure it out how this camera switch is working.
I gotta say this. I've known you for a while, I think maybe 3 years or something, and you've always been a grinder. But the last year and a half, you have absolutely blown up, right? Congrats on your success. But how does it feel to be one of the biggest streamers in the world?
That sounds like surreal to just imagine. I'm very grateful again because I love streaming. I started with my streams in 2020, so I just did it as a hobby. I never expected to get like big or anything. I just enjoyed playing with my friends and just interacting with the community in general. So I'm very happy because growing as a streamer is something that we all dream about.
I don't know, but it seems like he's one of the biggest streamers in the world.
Type of events with your favorite video game is always
but I don't know
to be grateful for. And I mean, you have also blown up recently, so congratulations, and you deserve it as well.
Thank you, thank you. It's a blessing we play video games for a living, but I think that's it. Congrats again, keep killing it, and Dia and Tiff, take it away.
Thank you very much, Peeps, and it was nice to grab that interview. I was really excited to see Vic.
Oh,
Saying is that 30 seconds or those 2 minutes that it's paused, it allows for IGLs to gather more thoughts
100%.
about how to play the end game correctly. It allows for you to like calm your thoughts, calm your mind, and execute the plan accordingly to actually win the game instead of being in the moment with the adrenaline pumping, which is a huge factor. So Mac actually made a point that I didn't even think about, and I agree with him fully.
100%.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's a really good point, to be honest.
You're literally just reaction timing in a situation where you have, like, let's say 5 seconds to make a play, but you have 30 seconds pause time in order to relay every possible play you can make. Whereas, like, if you were mid-game with all that shit going on, you're not able to
aren't they starting?
all of that
Someone's PC blew up.
All 5 teams in that NBA can formulate a plan A and a plan B, where some of them wouldn't even have a plan anything if they were in the middle of that game with no time.
Yeah.
Who PC blew up?
I mean, it goes to show.
Those seconds, like those split-second decisions you make are just the most important part. I think actually the highest quality of IGLs can make those split-second decisions. If you give those high-quality IGLs more than that, like more than a minute to make a decision, they could just win the game based off that.
They're levitating.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. They're not allowed to talk during a pause. It doesn't matter. The point is
what
that
are they talking in chat?
Look at the situation.
Look at this. I'll
take
mine on the back.
How do you even, like,
I'll take mine on the chin was earlier.
none of them being able to talk?
Mean, yeah, it might be hard to do that. But regardless, if they can't talk, it doesn't allow for the IGL.
What the
IGL's
fuck?
brain is not paused. You don't pause the brain of an IGL. He's still thinking about what he could say right when the unpause happens, right? Like, dude, think about how fast I talk sometimes. If I really wanted to, bro.
Is that a rule that they can't talk to each other?
Correct, yes.
There are 3-man in TeamSpeak Discord, and nobody can say a word during
I just don't know how that's monitored. But regardless, my point is that I talk extremely fast. If you gave me a minute to decide how to win a game, I could spit that shit out, bro, mid-horizon queue when you unpause. Easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's definitely a discussion that's going to be had probably throughout Apex Esports now, for sure. Because I doubt the crashing will stop here. If we're going to have a reality situation, the crashing's probably not going to stop here. It's probably going to continue going on. So might as well have this discussion now earlier than later because it's going to just keep happening forever.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
True.
Sweet said we need shiny team falling apart. Definitely fair.
Is he here?
I actually don't know if Shiny's here. I haven't seen him at all.
Where's NRG?
I kind of want to ask.
Can you see if someone's sitting behind NRG?
I can't see.
Can I kind of go check?
Sure. Just ask him. I'm really asking right now. Just asking him right now. He's on the plane. Shiny gets here in an hour.
That answers that.
We definitely need Shiny here. He's on the plane. Shout out to Shiny, man. Great coach. Great guy, too, by the way. Can you stop crashing the PCs? I will try my best, bro. That is my bad. I will indeed stop crashing the PCs as soon as possible.
Too much turbulence.
That's not what that is. It's too much cake. The recoil is shaking this building.
Same thing.
Not the same thing. Complexity needs Reptar back. Well, discussion we can have off stream maybe one day about who needs who back. We'll see. If we get a Shiny interview on the B stream, I would love that. To be honest, I love Shiny to death. Great guy.
I wouldn't be opposed.
Great dude. Literally a stand-up individual, man. I really do love him a lot. Stop farting. I'm not farting. I haven't farted once actually here yet, to be honest. Try my best not to. Yeah, we'll chat. I think it's a very rash decision to say complexity just needs changes. It's I don't think they need changes. They're just trying to figure it out. They might need changes within their gameplay. You don't need a roster change immediately after playing one bad day of groups. You know, it just happens.
Want to see exactly what that looked like, right? They had that 20 elimination game to kind of kick things off, and it was so strong and fun to witness, but they have been a real powerhouse, and honestly, we haven't really spoken too much about them just yet on the desk. They haven't necessarily manifested in a team to watch, and it's not because we're forgetting about NRG by any means. It's just because I have already, I know they're going to make finals on Sunday. I know they're going to be there, but in what capacity, right? Sweet himself, we always talk about him being one of the greatest IGLs in the world, but he doesn't have that LAN championship that just really validates that experience, and I don't think he will say it himself until he has that.
I think it's fair to accept the humility.
No, they are replaying the plays from the first game. They are running out of content.
Apex Legends.
until they fix the PC.
Of Sweet's career, especially given the way the playoffs have gone, the way that I think many people are almost afraid to predict NRG, in the same way as teams are now hesitant about jumping in for Alliance. Not because the team has, how do I say, not because the team has changed in some capacity, but simply because you want to hold your breath, you want to wait for them to take momentum on their own, and as a fan, as a commentator, you don't want to curse them before they start, and it's been very much the same story with NRG, and fortunately enough, with the, I would say, little amount of attention they've attracted, they've managed to already make big wins.
Yeah, I'm doing the watch party.
Exactly, as we got a good comparison. We got Guild up on the board, 12 eliminations
Why not?
for that thus far,
Why
9
not?
assists. The survival time, very similar between Noises and Zipp.
Dude,
That's one of the
please
tournament
start the
designers as
game.
to why that's going on.
Yeah. Thank you.
I do again want to say thank you, man. We have 31,000 people here watching, bro, on a fucking Wednesday afternoon. Or Wednesday early morning / early afternoon. Pretty crazy shit, man.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much, bro. This is only elimination bracket too, bro. Oh my God, Blood V with the gifted sub to Big Ice. Blood V, go.
Thank you, Mr.
Go,
Crab.
Go.
Oh
Thank you,
yeah, Mr. Crab. I just remember that Holly saying this over and over again.
No way you give the one to Big Ice.
Oh,
He's like
yeah,
a 52
Mr.
month sub,
Crab.
too. That's actually a crazy coincidence. I don't know if you meant to do that, but I'm pretty sure Ice has been
He's
like a
from
54-month sub,
SpongeBob, right?
which is probably much appreciated from him. Have fun today, though, Blood V. Love you. I know, thank you. I really enjoy these. I'm glad you enjoy it. Go. The whole point. Glad you guys enjoy these, chat. It's the goal, man, every time.
Oh,
We love
Resident
you, to be honest.
Evil.
We wouldn't be here without you guys.
True.
We're hoping to do a lot of lands next year, man.
Dude, I'm
Hopefully.
sleepy
There's a lot of
and
lands
I took a
planned. I'm
nap
trying to go to every
before
single
this.
one. Whether it's ALGS related or not. So let's put fucking good faith in there, man. I'm trying to be traveling. I'm gonna try to take this shit global. And not just UK global. Like global. I'm trying to not just go to the UK 3 times again. No offense.
Definitely
UK.
not.
Definitely not. For sure.
Wig is starting to lose his chill. His
Who
calm.
won last game? Who won last game was
He's starting
Larry,
to
right?
speak facts.
Yeah. Singularity won last game, no?
Yeah.
No, Pulverex really is.
Oh, yeah,
Singularity was
true.
the game before.
Yeah.
Pulverex first. Yeah. PBX. Pulverex with the win and the contest too. Goat. That's goat shit.
That is fact.
Contesting versus Northeption, then winning, and then winning the game. Kinda alpha. I don't know, man. Maybe F-Chon's just peak alpha male performance.
You think he hit a mic check right after?
No, I think he completely forgot about us already, to be honest. But it's okay. He'll remember once we bring him on here to make him do one.
Wasn't he doing it before?
Yeah.
You even told him to?
Yeah. I just literally started spamming his chat saying mic check. He was so down for it. You know who would do a mic check for us? BK. BK would do a mic check for us and probably break the whole setup. That's how loud he'd get. For sure.
I believe last round after this is A versus D.
A versus D?
I think so.
Okay, I think you're right too. I would say you're correct there. For sure. Where do you think your career would take you when Apex dies? Hoping this game's around for a lot longer. It definitely seems like we're going to be here for a good amount of time. Just a really tough time for everybody in esports right now, to be honest. Like, everyone is losing money, and it's definitely a scary, scary time for pretty much any game, no matter how good or how big the game is. I just hope that all the esports industry can make it through with, like, the least amount of, like, problems, and everyone's happy and safe in, like, 3 years, you know? But, bro, I mean, wherever Apex takes me, man, I'm following it. I've been in this game for 4 years now, 5 years. I dedicated my pretty much last 5 years, my whole 20s to this game, so I have no reason to leave. I'm enjoying my time. I'm having fun casting with Greek. I get to meet people. I get to travel. So if Apex is around, bro, the B-Stream will be around. I don't think we're going anywhere. And if Apex ever died, man, then I don't know. I'd probably watch party other stuff, have some fun, and do some variety content. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm not really like thinking about that, man. I'm more of a go with the flow type of guy. I don't really like thinking in the future. I like the reactionary. I like react dropping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something happens, then I react to it and figure it the fuck out. On the fly thinking is where I thrive, I think. For sure.
Alpha male. Alpha male wig.
Thinking about my future scares me.
He fucked up.
The people's voice is chalked.
He fucked up in the end.
Bro, it's so chalked.
After that whole alpha male speech, he said in the end, think about my future scares me.
He's in the exits right over there. Apex. Keep the energy.
You got the We the People merch on too on the hat. The self promo.
The self promo's crazy. I respect
What's going on in the mainstream?
Isn't that a little
We missed it? We the people? Oh yeah, I think we missed it.
Yo,
Well,
Shahid. I don't know what's going on. He needs a honey shot immediately. He needs a honey shot. Honey, you need a honey shot?
I just crave it now.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
That's so good. All right, game number 6 seems to be starting up here.
I guess I could watch. I guess I could wear wig merch. Kinda. I think there'll be a problem with that. I've been playing since season 0 and just finally got an heirloom. Now, I know you motherfucker chose that Watson one for sure. You chose the worst one. Rampart wrench. For sure. Get him a honey pack. I definitely need some honey for sure.
Dude.
Actually, my voice is fine.
How long until they
like,
fix
over last,
the
like, 3 or 4
PCW
rounds.
up?
I contain my voice really well. Other ones I did not. I definitely understand now too, which is great. It's just all comes with practice, bro, and just getting used to being on camera and like getting used to casting.
It's all about experience.
Courage kind of taught me a lot. He's just like, if you scream all the time, then nothing's exciting.
Yeah.
But the moments that should be exciting don't really feel exciting to the viewers because you're always yelling.
Yeah.
It's like you got to kind of like ease it into it, and when you're loud, the stream knows that that's sick. It's like awesome. That guy's a hell of a caster. He is unbelievable. I would love to get Courage on like an ALGS stream from Watch Party Online. Different voice for day 3? Oh no, I'll be good. I'm not even stressing it now.
Day 3 is the easiest day.
Yeah, it's 8 games.
If anything, save it for Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. Sunday. I think actually the other day is gonna be harder than Sunday. It's because we're guaranteed 16 games. We're not gonna play 16 games by finals, to be honest. Sunday might be the shortest. Yeah, everyone do a hydration check, man. Oh yeah, Courage was a phenomenal caster. Still is. He could do cast.
Strength mine.
They went and casted League for a day or 2. It was so good. Are you hiding Juvie in these monster cans? No, I'm not. Do love me some Juvie though. Do. Caffeine check, honestly not that much. I only got 1 monster today. I'll definitely have another one before the next set for sure. Just make sure I get through today. I'll probably do that every time. I'll drink in the morning caffeine. I'll drink caffeine after the first set and after the second set. Make sure I'm locked the fuck in, you know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
Well, Finch, best thing for you to do is check the VOD, man. I don't really remember off the top of my head. Why it's taking so long? I'm pretty sure Complexity couldn't get in, that's why.
Yo,
Complexity just
guys,
got in the game. I think the
play
break for the next games, by the way, chat, should be very short because we're supposed to start at 7 p.m. and it's already almost 6:20, right?
6.
Oh, it's 6? Okay. We'll probably be done here by 6:30. The break won't be long at all. Break should be pretty short.
Unless they extend it.
Once they extend it, then I'll let you guys know ASAP. But we're just going to play the Play Apex broadcast in between anyway, so it's no big deal. This stream makes me so happy. That is awesome. We love you.
Yo, the
Glad
game
we
started.
can make you happy, dude. You guys aren't new to the stream. Make sure you follow, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, let's lock it in, bro. Don't forget, man, this is the last game of this set for Group C versus D. We're going to have DZ in first, Singularity in second, Energy third, FaZe fourth, and TYK in fifth. Listen, Blackhand, TYK, and Singularity all in the top 6. That's impressive shit.
Let's game, guys. Then I think
what?
It comes a break, right?
No comment on that one?
I wasn't paying attention.
You got distracted by the hair or something?
Yeah, it was like hanging off my mic and I could see it out of like my peripheral.
No, I said that Blackhand, TYK, and Singularity all in the top 6 is pretty wild in this lobby.
And the points are close too.
Yeah, it is really close. Having Moist in 17th, Complexity in 19th, Gombare in 18th, and then having Singularity in second, TYK in 5th, and Blackhand in 6th is not
Polvarks has how many total points?
28. It's pretty close.
So they got 20 that last game.
Yeah, they needed that bad.
That's a huge bump up from what? 19th to 10th?
10th, but regardless, only 28 points, bro, would have been bad. 8 points when you're playing in group stages is awful. The top 10 here doesn't really matter until literally the elimination day. That's when top 10 only matters. All right now matters how many points you're getting throughout these 2 days. So Polvarks can be in 19th with 75 points. They're still doing a good job. That's all that matters. All right, well, here we go, chat. Let's lock them in. Game number 6 on the way. Thank you guys so much for being here. Last game of C versus D. Do not go anywhere after this game, man. We got 6 more games to watch. And let's check over with North Epson and FCHON, bro. Let's go straight to FCHON, bro. The winners of the last game here. Might as well watch these guys fry again and see if they can actually get this off spawn going. And it looks like they're not landing there anymore. They're going Jurassic. They give up Thunderwatch to play this last game out and not risk it, which is the right call.
Yeah, I like
the
it.
right call. I like this call a lot. Yeah, agree. Very well played from
Rod. Alliance in particular are going to have a ring console, a survey beacon, and crafting and priority to get there.
And I'll tell you what really scares me is the J-Legs also have a ring console, which means that they have even more information to work with. Their zone prediction can be even more perfect, but that is to see who they have to contest with, as Onyx currently fight their way out as they have been doing. Still relegated to the low ground a bit, but Kick Loose stall first.
Oh wow, so now we got a little bit of a 3v2 situation. Raki on the G7 Scout, making it work. So let's see, with 21 bullets at a Dream and some high ground, not looking too bad here. Crusader running that original loadout of the Wingman PK. This should be all for Onyx.
Honestly, it's how you know you're a good player. Pick up a Wingman PK and go for it. Onyx take a nice wide swing, 3 versus 2.
Eliminated.
And
what a surprise.
Kick. It's actually even neat. They've collected them into a corner, and we've got a little bit of celebration, respect to their opponents that's been paid in the aftermath. It'll also mean that with this being the quickest 3v3 we've seen so far, Onyx may actually get to play a game similar to what they normally would and rotate at a timing that they've practiced.
It's definitely true. Actually, we're not going to get to see a Pulverex North Epson contest because Pulverex decided to go elsewhere. So look at that. They want to play priority there because they've already had a map win. They have plenty of points. No need to waste that. But check out where the zone's going, right? NRG, they've got a ring console. They've got crafting. They've got a survey beacon. And they've got priority to a zone. So seeing where NRG decides to move for this will go to show where everyone else will likely start pulling.
Northpad just utterly empty right now. It wouldn't be crazy for NRG to stick around and try and hold on to checkpoint, the ring as a result, or rather the ring console as a result. It's definitely a viable strategy. It may not be a super powerful end game position though, and I think they know that, having gotten the scan. So do you want to stick around, get a little bit more information, or do you want to gamble on the chance that you can find a game-winning spot? I'll tell you what Dark Zero want to do. They want to gamble. They have an idea of where the zone is going, and they are heading straight over to Northpad.
Hey, I mean, you talk about it, right? Coming from Mill, again, with 2 purples and a blue, and
Crazy.
after that loot distribution being changed up, I can barely find a blue shield anywhere. But the Mill ring console, it's got crafting, and you have those bins in the center that almost always have all of the good shields. So now they've got the quick rotation sitting on 53 points, and wait a second, didn't I pick Dark Zero as my talent prediction, Dia? I think I did.
I think
I did. It's almost like I knew something.
Pretty good pick. I'm waiting. Come on, Blackhand. I'm waiting for you. I fully believe, even with 1 game left, and we'll say they've got a nice spot. They did rotate in early, and having picked up Watson to solve the shield zone problem that they've been dealing with previously, do have a decent position for.
And Zero gets a knock on the suite as Energy is inside that building, and they're gonna get the reset, I think. They do.
Yeah, they should.
Oh God, man, the Energy right now is scaring the shit out of me with these plays, bro. My goodness. Woo! And Nathan almost goes down now too. What are we doing?
They're taking a lot of damage, man. They're
They
using
are.
a lot of utility.
And my man Nathan has 4 batteries though, so I think they should be fine for right now. Their loot is pretty good. I guess they crafted up just a little bit, man. So we got
Complexity
J-Wings.
fighting Gonbare.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah, they are. Here we go. Got a Complexity versus Gumbare fight here, breaking down the backside of Down Beast. This is the Optic Gumbare special. Let's see what happens here with Juice and Company. We'll see. And I think DZ is going to end up fighting TYK over in that patio area if they get enough tracks.
I think so too, eventually.
Fussy goes down, sweet. Oh no, Gumbare is being pushed off.
They get the knock on to Cody. It's going to be a 3. It's going to be a 2v2 now. Nice.
Ooh.
Juice now going crazy with the 30-30.
What a shot.
Eliminated
I think he hit him by accident.
Hipfire flick, are you out of your mind? Are you kidding me? Bro, Juicena is the most underrated and not talked about player mechanically of all time. I don't care what anyone says. This guy is unbelievable. Every time we watch him, bro, is actually just unreal to watch. And I want to say, bro, did you say battle for last?
What?
Did you say battle for last? Because that's what I was about to say.
No.
Oh, the battle for last right here, literally.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, literally the 19th and 18th place team just follow each other. That's the Complexity getting 19th, bro. Actually, yeah, I think Complexity might be last.
Just kick past them?
Did Kick get one of the kills on a Riddle, on a Onyx? No, right? Okay, so Kick will be 19th, 20th, and then the Complexity will be 19th, guaranteed. Unfortunately.
With the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it matters because it's just all about total points.
And here we go, like we said, TYK, bro,
some
is
action,
gonna be
finally.
so pissed at the zone, dude. They're now rotate. They rotated from North Pad with no zone knowledge over to the beacon side here.
Dude, why did he switch? No.
Zero and Zainu cleaning up TYK, and that's 3K.
TYK is going to be sick to their stomach about this game, man. That
Moist eliminated as well.
Moist goes down in 17th, bro. Are you kidding me? There's a chance that Moist might get 18th place here if Gambare stays alive. I want to point out, dude, TYK, like you said, rotates out of North Pad. No zone knowledge. They go to patio just to get ran at, bro, by a triple purple DZ. That is devastating.
That's the last team that you want to
That's the last team, bro. And that sucks, bro, because TYK was in 5th place going into that game. And they're only 1 point ahead of Blackhand, who's in 8th, who's in 6th place.
They're definitely going to drop.
They're going to drop big time. And that's just devastating for your mental, man, knowing that if you just had zone, you're good. And we see that zone pull here too, Greek. Like we said, going to pull back towards that North Pad side. And I think your zone call's right, man. I think the boys over at Dojo, Godspot,
what it's going to come down to is can Dojo even
move
get
that map.
KP?
Yeah, they could just die in 3rd with nothing, which is a big problem. Alliance all the way inside wall.
They need points.
They definitely
Alliance
need points
so nice.
for sure. They got to capitalize on some stuff here. Dojo doesn't want to go outside. If they could just get a win with 3 KP, then who gives a shit? But if they can't do that, then I think it's just GG's. That's how it goes. Hey, man, can you please shut up? Bro, your name is literally Sharks Don't Cry, dude.
Megalodon's out there.
Literally, bro. Like, what is that? How am I? You think I'm going to listen to a person with a name Sharks Don't Cry? What are we on about? Come on, dude.
All right, so there shouldn't be any more fights for a little bit. Should be pretty tame until.
Yo, move to Dark Zero.
Shout out Megalodon, bro.
Dark Zero.
Shout out Megalodon.
They're out there. For sure.
Just remember that TikTok, bro, that I was listening.
Zipline here. Calls to me.
I'm not listening to that TikTok ever. Actually, pretty sure, bro, I got
making here is almost a skill check to other teams in the area, and perhaps a rotational play for a
Like, can you imagine if it's NLG and then it closed? That'd be so funny.
Oh my god. Die.
There's team in Gazebo, by the way, Joe.
Okay, never mind. They just got there. Walk up.
Okay.
They're running left.
Are you getting Alex Gazebo?
36 on Ryzen. Yeah, they are.
Okay, I'm
I can run up the heady, I know. Do you want to do the same thing?
No.
Okay, just show them. Show. Stop playing this.
I was just playing left side. They're trying to smoke the damage. I'm H2.
Running up. I know.
No, I'm just gonna stop making damage.
I was trying to get red. I'm off.
Okay, some action.
Air bets that it's going to pull all the way up there, and Alliance still trying to make their way into zone, but Dark Zero, taking the time to hydrate. It's important. Or hydrate.
One of the important things about
hydrate, guys.
That pull over by North Pad as well is that playing bunkers, while it may seem rough because you're on the low ground, gives you a lot of flexibility that other squads don't have. Now, we're pretty sure this is going hard at North Pad.
No one is having some action.
Frag grenades from our bottom.
Dojo.
Just insta kill us all.
Only Cat can do that. Then well played, honestly.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nuts.
No. Oh. We are not gonna move to.
They didn't expect life Maika going crazy with the R9 wingman, able to take down Yuki and Hackis. Now Mandy last alive in a 1v2 situation, but not before KCP says, this is our moment. We've got to go in. We have to move in exponentially quick, and they are fully healed, looking to clean this up. Disruptor rounds on that alternator, and they just have to get close.
Pioneers are the hero that neither team asked for. Northeption and Northeption just don't need it to happen. Pioneers walk up on Alliance. They now take high ground, and it's likely to be the end of both squads. Nice mobile shield as well will keep Pioneers from taking any meaningful damage. Alliance go down first, and making it to top 15 is going to be a small victory for any squad still remaining.
Well, this is quite interesting, right? Northeption was able to get inside that IMC armory, which was exactly where they were playing from originally when Alliance had decided to push from the wall. But now, Pioneers, just as quickly as they came, as quickly as they have left, they've realized the opportunity is no longer going to be viable for them. Trying to break into this IMC armory would only be a death threat, and with FC Destroy playing this rock just in front of IMC and the fence and the buildings, it's not worth it anymore.
This is fascinating, since we've got one of our only Gibraltar.
So Alliance is gone.
Gibby bubble your way to relative safety. Enter Force 36, we're unable to do.
Smoker right here.
Man, I just don't think we risk it right now.
They'll have some more options in their future games. For NRG, who don't need cover like that, they've actually managed to get themselves a building, and we did talk about this earlier on, whether they would take the gamble and move up to North Pad early, or whether they would stick around checkpoint. They have gambled, and it looks like, in the top left corner of their screen, they've rolled right.
They have ruled right. This was not, remember that early Harvester pull where Oxygen had assumed that it was going to pull towards the left side of Harvester by the beacon, and then immediately it pulled to the choke in the nastiest endgame I have ever seen. So that could have happened here, but unfortunately for them, it did not. So NRG sitting rather cleanly here, right? They came out strong in game number 1. Can they end it strong in game 6? Currently sitting on 5 eliminations and 13 squads remaining. If they double down and win this with a ton of high kills, they could actually unseat Dark Zero for the series.
It's appreciable that they're focusing on height as well, because Dojo's position that is on high ground in North Pad is arguably one of the most powerful. It more often than not will get you a top 3-4 finish, and while we have seen exceptions to that rule even today, people prioritize it for a reason. What it isn't for Dojo right now is an active position. They don't have a whole lot of ways to lay down cover. They aren't running Rampart, which, you know, is always something that you can improve on, but it's still going to be a fantastic spot for them later on, regardless of how much damage they're able to put out now.
Here we go, FaZe hitting the evacuation tower, looking for a place to play, but they've got FC Destroy just ahead of them. We knew Pioneers was behind them. Northeption had to leave the IMC armory, so it's a rather tough rotation. And we talked about it, they don't have the Gibby, they can't throw out a bubble to land, so they're gonna run into an absolute midst of punishment from teams. But jumping on over to Dark Zero and 58 points on the series. They're throwing out the bangle. They're trying to get around this rock and eliminate that team and clear out their backside. And look at all the damage going out. They're doing just what they need.
That is absolutely worth the extra grenade. It's worth the wide swing. Dark Zero have done so much damage. Their priority is unquestionable, but Zero does take a bit of a chunk, and instead of pushing this with Jen Burton lagging so far behind, we're all going to take a chill pill. Dark Zero will retain their
Jen
position.
can go there.
You don't want to make yourself any weaker by overextending.
Come on, Snipe. Come on, man.
They could go down. Phonyhead gets chunked.
Come on, man.
Snipe down, ultimately commits to the high ground. It could very well have been a step too far by Onyx. Ends up being just the right amount. The Goldilocks of Apex Legends finds their way to a wonderful team win.
Very unfortunate. At that point, you're just sniped down in the trenches, looking up, and you see all 3 members of Onyx above you, and you're like, there is literally nothing I can do in this situation. But now Onyx are gonna get inundated with all of the forces. You have Northeption, you have FC Destroy, and Northeption just utilizing the Dark Veil to work around. They just need a good line of sight, and they find one, throw down a good chunk of damage, but no one is even putting their attention towards Like, and now able to back away, prioritize healing, and let the teammates do some work.
I'm amazed that Onyx even got away with that, and even now I may have spoken too soon. There's not a whole lot of cover available to them, but Knocks aren't coming through just yet. Gummareil just not even go down before this fight concludes, and North Eption aren't pushing. It is amazing that Onyx did not drop the entire squad in that moment. Now with North Eption on the push, however, they're still very much in danger.
Well, we knew Dark Zero was in the midst looking at a lot of these teams, and their rotation pattern kind of went a little bit different. And then Dark Zero decides, hey, we're not even going to engage on this. We're going to play zone and prioritize that. But Pioneers throwing down another evacuation tower. Now as a duo, they've lost out on Zane. They do have the banner, but they're not likely going to be able to make it to that respawn beacon before the zone closes.
If NRG can do it, Nasky's got to believe that he can do it. I think that's absolutely his attitude, is that if somebody else has already done it, there's no reason that I can't do it better. And honestly, so far, Nasky's done all right for himself, so I'm not gonna play games with that. However, the Pioneers being just a duo does give them an inherent amount less pressure to the squads around them, and this castle wall certainly signifies that. It is not active. It is, if anything, more risky because they've announced
kind of
that they cannot even fight for a good position. The team above them knows that. Dojo have to know that, having seen this as a duo, and any teams that rotate in underneath also have a chance of sniffing it out.
Well, they really don't have a lot of space to work with. The moment Dell moves just a little bit too far to his left, that gives Dojo such a nice angle on them to really deal a lot of damage, and it's going to destroy all of their health utility. But now the Dojo, knowing they need to move, take that angle to look straight down on the lower advantage here. With only 2 players up, Designable wants a piece. Dimmy is going to fall to the hands of Nasky, but Enemy grabs the trade. We're just looking for the last of the hipfire going out, just like that. KCP falling.
A wonderfully played fight from Dojo as well. Perfect execution. And on the other side, Dark Zero
clutch? Clutch enough?
Still got the chance to clutch this up, and the R99 does not do
it
impossible. Miracle today. And Iron Blood Gaming getting
okay, NRG is still up.
You know what this is going to do? This is going to open the door for NRG to make a play for the top spot of this series. FC Destroy is going to fall, so let's jump over here, check in with NRG on 51 points, a plethora of elimination, and they are surrounded by North Eption, by Dojo.
Dojo still alive? Whoa.
In a spot like this, it's all about
making
your moment.
Dojo dude, be careful.
Almost overextend, but that Phoenix kid is going to save Enemy, give them a quick reset, and a
ooh, what a play. Real nice.
Finds a fantastic angle. The ultimate provides Dojo even better sight lines. Well, they haven't gotten to knock. It's 2 shield cracks in a team that is basically dead.
Nice.
And that's going to be North Eption. They were
He's
able
out
to
of ammo.
onto Ling from the high ground, but they have
dude,
to
keep it on Dojo. Keep it on Dojo.
It's going to push them off the high ground.
Oh, and NRG is coming to the back.
Pulverex ahead of them. North Eption will fall at the hands of NRG. Now focusing on
where is Dojo? What Dojo is doing?
The positioning. They're already sitting at 8 eliminations. They're looking for double digits.
Dude, please switch to Dojo.
Rotation through zone. They have no cover, and now they have no catalyst to block line of sight either. They have no choice but to push forward. Nathan gonna run in, grab a quick shield swap, see what kind of magic he can work. But he's being pried from behind, and Sweet's got to play cover, jumping up on top. He's got an incredible car, but he doesn't quite find the knock. With IBG coming in for the third party, NRG will go down. We're into the top 2 squads. It's IBG versus a solo from Black Hand, and the fly from IBG is just a little
Iron
too
Blood
good.
Gaming.
The 6th game goes to Iron Blood Gaming.
Okay.
Quite impressive. Had they not taken out Dark Zero,
Iron Blood Gaming. They qualify?
Completely different game.
They are in top 10.
Their way forward. Congratulations, Iron Blood Gaming.
Oh yeah, they are in 4th place.
This is a really good ending from them as well.
Okay, Dark Zero first, NRG second.
I think we saw a lot of teams as we moved out of
Black Hound in 3rd. Iron Blood Gaming 4th. Team Singularity. Phase in 6th.
Not because they mismanaged it, but
okay.
perhaps they played
Pioneers,
it in a way where they
yeah,
had
top 10.
So
Unfortunately, the Dojo not so well.
so many teams did. Fighting over
Cake still in 20.
Isn't going to be in zone.
Okay.
And that killed almost everyone. It almost killed IBG.
Yeah, that was really tough, right? Using that grab lift, going straight up to the high ground, but immediately having to...
Okay, let's check Wig.
We're probably going to have like a 30, 45-minute break at most.
We're going to read the scores off first.
And we're going to go right into another set after this. We still have 6 games before today's over.
But before we leave real quick to take our break to eat some chicken, right? I think it was chicken. We're going to have DZ. So for Group C versus D, we have, again, 6 more games after this, though. We have DZ in first place, bro, with 59 points. NRG gets second with 58. They missed first place by 1 point. If there was a tiebreaker, it would have went to NRG. But they actually missed first by 1 point. Blackhand gets second. IBG gets third, and Singularity in fifth.
Yeah,
bro,
huge.
Technically, 3 APAC South teams in first.
IBG went from what? 13th, you said, to 4th?
To 4th.
That's huge.
A nine placement jump, bro, with 1 game is gigantic. We have
Especially
FaZe
for
in
a game
6. Oh, yeah. FaZe in 6. TYK still getting 7th. And then we have J-Lings, KCP, Pulverex, Onyx, Dojo, FC Destroy, Alliance, North Epson. I want to say, though, if Dojo didn't get those 11 points, they would have been in 16th place, by the way. Just want to point that out. 17th place, by the way. Just want to point that out. Then we got
okay, guys.
North Epson, 36. Alliance 14th, though, man. Not a good day for them right now.
Tough.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna take a break too. Maybe I'll do a video on Zipp News. I didn't post in a while, so yeah. Maybe I'm gonna post a video there if I have the time. But yeah, see you in about 30-40 minutes, something like that. Maybe more. Anyways, I will close the stream and start one after this break. Okay, see you.